right. That's right. It's another podcast with your boy, your favorite cousin, Bill. This is the Drunk Bantha's channel. This is the Drunk Bantha's channel and the Nerds at Night channel. And you watch it on a Thursday, so it's the Bantha Bunch Show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's right. That's right. We up in here. We up in here. It's just another Thursday, baby. It's just another Thursday. What's happening, y'all? That's right. Shout out to everybody out there watching right now. We're also live on Twitter, so shout out to everybody watching on Twitter. Make sure you go ahead and give us a like, give us a subscribe, You know what I'm saying? It doesn't cost you anything, I promise, but it does help us out way more than you think. Matter of fact, you don't have to even give us money. Just like and subscribe. But if you want to give us money, 99 cents to join the membership on both channels. So go ahead and do that for us, man. It really helps us out. You have no idea. What's up, man? How y'all doing out there? We got people trickling in. Make sure you leave a comment in the live chat. It's the only way that I know how. That's the only way I know you guys are listening. It's the only way I know you guys are watching. It's the only way I know how to respond and continue to entertain you. So yeah, please, make sure you come on in here and like, subscribe, hang out with your boy. Some quick house cleaning. We got a lot of stuff coming out on the Drunk Bantha's channel. There's a new video coming out on the Nerds at Night channel. Be sure to check out for all of the cool episodes that we do on the Drunk Bantha's channel. We got the show Does It Hold Up that we do, where we cover movies to see if they hold the test of time. Yeah, right now we've got the Daredevil episode of Does It Hold Up on there. So check it out. The 90s Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. And right now we've got I can't tell you right now if Nerds at Night has the new video up, but it probably does. Let's see here. So just go check all that out afterwards, after the fact, or picture your thing down so you can go watch it. So you can go like it and make sure you put it in the save to watch later. Matter of fact, everybody who when you see your thing, just go ahead and hit save to watch later to make sure you don't miss any of our videos later. Maybe you don't get a chance to watch it right now, but make sure you go ahead and hit save later and come back. Today is a good day, but a sad day. It's a melancholy day because we're talking about the season finale of Common Side Effects. It has been a journey, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. This show has made a true impact on my life. You know what I mean? This show has made a true impact on my life. It's been that good. And I love the message that they're trying to convey here. And hopefully, but not likely, America wakes up and catches on to what's going on with this show. If I'm not mistaken, it already got approved for a season 2. So yeah, let's get it in. But shout out to Film Age. What up, Film Age? Film Age says, "What up, Bill?" Yeah, what up, dog? We out in here. I don't think there's been one person as hype as I have been for this show as Film Age. Film Age has probably been more hype than me if you pay attention to his internet footprint. Hold on a second. You know what? The other day, last week, I fucking read y'all the synopsis from the internet, and it was 4 words. So I'm not going to bother doing that. in this episode of the Bantha Bunch show. I'm not gonna bother doing that because for some fucking reason it was a waste of time. But because I think this show doesn't get enough respect at this moment. Like, we're already 10 episodes down, one season out, and I don't see many people talking about this show. There aren't really many people covering the show on YouTube or other platforms. And mostly the people who I do see covering it or talking about it in general are TikTok people or TikTok / YouTube short guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a lot of enthusiasm for it, but according to the ratings, I mean, I guess according to Adult Swim, it's doing well enough for them to give it another shot, another season. So I am very excited for it. I mean, think about it, y'all. It's a TV show about the worst parts of American culture, which is greed and corruption. Like, it's the worst parts of American culture. And not to say that that's not anyone else's culture or it's outside of the purview of any other countries outside of this one. I'm just stating that it is a part of ours. And I don't care about nobody else. I don't care about y'all's countries, nigga. This is America, god damn it. So yeah, it just, you know, I can't believe honestly that a show like this got made. You know, attacking the pharmaceutical companies and the government and how and putting a microscope on their corruption, blatant corruption at times. And also in this episode, we touch on how not only is this corrupt behavior applied to the pharmaceutical companies, but it's applied to damn near every portion of our regulated government. You know, a lot of people will tell you that this is a country with too many regulations, you know, but unfortunately, that's just not the truth. And I don't really know a way to like, oh, what was that? Oh, this thing is, see, somebody is at the door, y'all. Hold on a second. We gotta let somebody in. Okay, I'm coming. Hey, it's your boy Nine from Nine Nerd Yards.
What's up, my party people? What's
Party
going
people.
on? Oh,
party.
You know what? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But your microphone is in there, is it?
Grab my mic. Let me grab.
I was like, I don't see your microphone. Huh. That's funny. While we wait for him to get back, like I was saying, man, this shit is touching new levels. It's exploring new bounds. You know, it's going to heights that a television show, an animated television show, not a television show, but an animated television show has decided to go in this direction is it's a pretty big deal. Not gonna lie. You don't get this kind of love from these kinds of, like, you don't get this kind of love with this kind of material in a show, an animated show, period. Like, you might not ever get it in a regular show. There's like a couple of documentaries or one-off series that have done it, but in an animated series, that is kind of crazy. So I'm really excited to talk about this episode, and I'm really happy that it got approved for another season. And why
testing 1 2 3? Yeah,
you're in there like swimwear.
Yes, sir.
You're in there.
Tony says it's easily in my top 10 season finales. I wonder what those other season finales are.
Yeah, that's actually an important question. What are those other finales? Those seasons, like, I don't know. That's a whole nother podcast. What is my favorite season finale? Mine is Game of Thrones. series finale.
I'm trying to
Series,
this year. Okay.
yeah. Series finale.
No
That's my
cap.
favorite. Was there something
No
wrong with
cap.
that?
Really? Wow. All right.
Is something wrong with that? That's not a
Um,
popular opinion.
not gonna lie though. Severance season finale.
Severance.
That one. Severance season 1.
Severance season 1 season finale is gnarly. It is like, and then it just ends.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It kind of pissed me off. That kind of pissed me off. Not gonna lie. Just ends. But that's a beauty to it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't any less ambiguous or wide open than season 2's ending, for instance.
Books, Gers, and Purrs made it tonight.
What up? What up? What
Hey,
up,
gentlemen?
though?
I'm here just for a little bit. A little bit is a lot of it to us. You know what I mean? That's great. That's fantastic.
Right.
We are also streaming on Kick for the first time tonight.
Oh, I did not know. Look at that.
Terry got it all figured out. And
Come
got us
kick it with me.
running.
Come kick it with me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
So it looks like right now. So, and if you do chat to us on Kick, we're in a little feedback loop there.
Yes, I love it when this happens, and we've gone on for an infinity.
Infinity, we contain multitudes.
That's right. We just saw all of our variants just now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where's this at? You continue.
And with that, we do not like if someone comments on Kick, it won't like pop up here. So we're gonna try to do our best to.
Oh, it doesn't.
Comments. It does not.
Oh, well, that's
a little lame. Yeah,
that's a little weird. But maybe we can get it going some point, sometime. That's weird. Twitter, but you know what? Instagram doesn't show up on here when they comment. So, which is why I stopped going live on Instagram for anyone who may have been wondering why. Philmate said the last episode of Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, the series finale of Atlanta, Curbs Your Enthusiasm final episode, Cowboy Bebop series finale, and Space Dandy series finale.
Okay, there are some good ones.
Those
Actually,
good
still
ones.
need
that
to.
Sounds like 10. Was that 10? That was like a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and including common side effects, that's 7. He still's got 3 more to go. I still need to watch the end of Better Call Saul. I heard it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. I like Better Call Saul more than Breaking Bad, and I think Breaking Bad is truly one of the most overrated television shows of all time.
I love Breaking Bad so much.
It can be good. It can be good. It can be your favorite, but I just feel like it's overrated. Like, yeah. Storytelling element of it is just kind of cool, but it's like it's way overrated. Just overrated. Not saying it's bad. I would never say that it's not a good show. I think you're either overrated. I think you're either a Sons of Anarchy guy or you're a Breaking Bad guy. They came out like the same year. Definitely. You're like one or the other. You might like both, but you're like, I'm a Breaking Bad guy, or I'm a Sons of Anarchy guy. Like, I'm a Sons of Anarchy guy. So
I like Sons, but yeah, Breaking Bad's got my heart. It's goated for me.
I feel like it depends on which one you watch first, because they came out the same year. So it's like, which one caught you first, and then that's the one you're gonna ride with. But anyway, my phone's doing weird shite right now. So it used to. Well, never mind.
I actually just dropped a video. Check that out after the stream.
Oh yeah,
on comment side effects. Just a little short one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Acclimated into the show of common side effects. A little primer for you.
Yeah. Did you
So
put it?
go and watch that.
It's on 9 Nerd Yards.
It's on Nerds at Night, actually.
Oh, it's on Nerds at Night, kiddies. Common Side
Go and
Effects.
get it. Just dropped it about like
54 minutes ago.
Yeah, about an hour ago.
54 minutes ago. Yeah, please go check that out, y'all. We've been working really hard hanging out with y'all every week to cover this show, and really weren't expecting as many of you to hang out with us and chat about it, but I'm glad that it's affected y'all in the same way that it's affected me, basically. Gers and Purr says, maybe not top 10, but BoJack Horseman was a good season finale for an absolutely depressing adult cartoon. Hey,
Fifth. Yeah, the view from halfway down is, it's definitely up there in top 10. BoJack Horseman is just one of those shows, man. Like,
I wasn't a fan, but I understand I definitely understand the lure of it, how it pulls people in. I understand that. Just wasn't
got some really groundbreaking episodes on there. There's this episode where he goes out to Michigan to his old
Isn't he from like Detroit? Is he from Detroit? I knew he was from Michigan. He's like from Ann Arbor or some shit.
I'm not actually sure where he's from, but like, one of the episodes focus about like how he has old family place in Michigan, and he goes there and builds it up, and it just has like some of the most insane story building.
It's about a depressed bipolar horse.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Like just the themes in it, you're just like, it sticks with you. It just sticks with
I understand.
so much.
I think that's like the secret to a lot of comedies these days is like nobody's saying it, but they're basically just writing bipolar creeps, bipolar assholes that for some reason American society, at least, I don't know about anywhere else, but American television society, like, we love that guy that you can root for that like is fucked up. Like,
you want him to make the right choices, but he just
he's gonna keep fucking it up.
Says every time the character has some sort of self-reflection, he does another downward spiral, and it ends with the view from halfway down, and
that's another title alone. That title alone is a glass half full, half empty type of scenario. The title alone, and because you could be looking down halfway down, or are you looking halfway up, however you want to perceive it.
And the opening theme of the show changes, but it always like reflects what the end is going to be.
Oh yeah, that's the Simpsons. Beautiful. That's called the Simpsons. Nobody does that before the Simpsons, and everyone does that after the Simpsons.
The Simpsons is just on another level.
That's just they started a style of writing while piggybacking off of another earlier style. Is incredible.
I heard they just got renewed for like 4 more seasons. The
Simpsons? That's amazing. They probably well, how long is everybody gonna stay alive? At least another 4-5 years.
Yeah. I'm okay with the Simpsons going on forever.
Me too, honest. Dude. I've heard different. I've heard different people like, no, the Simpsons gotta end. I'm like, nigga, because you haven't watched it in 20 years, don't mean it's gotta end.
No, I love the Simpsons still.
Check in every once in a while. The Simpsons still rocks. And what's the most underrated part about the Simpsons is that it teaches you a life lesson. Like, it really does have a actual lesson to be learned at the end of every episode, regardless if you catch it or not.
Bart and Lisa Simpson are some of the funniest characters on TV, and I swear to God,
in the history of television.
It is so fun.
In the history of television, they're some of the best characters. But just like Simpsons has like a message or a lesson to be learned. There's a message and a lesson to be learned in Common Side Effects. Common Side Effects has just kind of like I was saying before you jumped on, it's kind of changed the way I'm going to look at animation or animated TV shows going forward.
That's fair.
Because they came out with a show with little to no promotion that I could find. They came out with this show late, buried down in a late night Sunday rundown.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got pretty, like, at first glance, it's got pretty shitty animation. You're thinking, I don't know about this animation.
You have to snap into it.
Yeah. And with all of that, it still was able to blow our minds. It was still able to hold our attention for an entire 10 weeks. They didn't do a double up. They had 9 weeks, because they did have the pilot episode and then the first episode or the second episode back to back. But other than that, this is 9 weeks of straight attention grabbing intrigue television. Like, and it has a message behind it, which, if y'all don't know the message is pharmaceutical companies are the devil. You heard motherfuckers say the white man is the devil. The white man is the devil. Well, that's who they talking about. Not talking about all white men. He's just talking about
Jonas. The wolf. Jonas Baxter.
The wolf. Also talking about Rick. Can Rick not get a fucking break? There was what I would consider some pretty dope moments in this episode, though. We start out this episode with Capono. Yeah. We start out with Pepper going out and...
You saying that because I'm spicy?
We start out with Capono going out and getting... Oh, no, we start out where we left off, which is with Capono getting Amelia Mushroom to show him the money. Take me to your leader, show me where Marshall is, and show me these mushrooms. So she does. She acquiesces. She shows him where the mushrooms are. He acquires one and then goes on his trek to find Marshall. Now, I like how he's not, like, he's paying attention and he's seeing certain things, like that FBI agent that was just there, like, that we don't find out till later that he is a FBI agent. But
this shit is about to go down already. Yeah.
He can tell he's noticing it.
Having a little technical difficulty.
My bad. This thing just slid off of here. My little hub.
Where's the technical difficulty? Oh, it's right there.
Oh, yeah.
You never get it fast enough for one. So I'm like,
yeah, I don't know where, like, that's why I missed the button. I missed the soundboard. I used to just be able to hit a button, make it happen. It ain't happening, but it's all good. I got to find out, somebody figure out a contact at StreamYard. If you're watching this, I need a contact at StreamYard because I need some things changed. And I need it to happen now. I don't need to wait until the next update comes out or whatever the fuck. I need it to happen now, today, or at least within the next 5 business days. Like that, I'm giving you 5, not 3 to 5, just 5 business days. But yeah, Capano's ear hustling, not really trying to, like, say, hey, where's Marshall? Show me Marshall. Take me to Marshall. This is the DEA, motherfucker. He's just, like, sitting back, and Amelia Mushroom asks where Marshall is, and Hildy straight up lies and says that he is walking through the woods, and also mentions that he's not too, quote unquote, sure-footed. That is a lie. Put that bitch on Maury Povich, goddammit, because that bitch is a lie. But yeah, to me though, this signified that she was definitely up to something for Capano. Like Capano is like, oh man, this bitch. What you mean he's not too sure-footed? Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like
yeah, look at him. He's like, come on.
Yeah, that shit ain't right with him right there.
And
Shit
then
just
the
ain't sitting.
shiftiest. He like, look how shifty this chick is.
Yeah, and this chick, I got some questions because she's in prison at the end of this episode, and I have no idea why. I didn't catch that at all. I didn't catch it at all. I've watched it three times now. I've watched this episode 3 times.
Is it like just like a short little part of the montage or whatever? Or?
At the end, there's a montage at the end, like you said, and yeah, she's in a clip of her walking into the yard of the prison. And I just was like, well, how the fuck did this bitch get? Because the last time we see her is Hildy gives her a gun and tells her, you know, cover our back. Like, you cover us. But I thought that meant that she was just going to be in the back of the truck. I guess that meant that she had to stay behind. You know what I mean? Like maybe
sacrifice, like she didn't really know.
Right. Like I don't think she knew she was sacrificing herself, but at the same time she did. But yeah, as you can tell, old girl though, she's looking shifty than a motherfucker. Something going on. And Capano finds this goddamn hat that I gotta pull it up here, or I'm scared to pull up anything over here. There's a picture in our IG chat of the fat Cuban Marshal that Terry found. Oh no, Colombian. I think it was Colombian because he's in Bogota, right?
Yeah.
So there's a photo in there where he found a drawing of Marshall, but it's not Marshall because it's not. I think it's drawn before this year, but I don't know. Maybe it is.
I'm trying to find it right now.
But yeah, I felt.
Did he send it to you directly, or is it in our group chat?
I think it's in our group chat. Let me see too. I'll look here because it was really hilarious. And he was telling us last episode to put it on. And I just was like,
oh, last episode? Okay.
Yeah, last week he was like, show him the photo. And I was just like, I can't. I'm struggling enough with trying to just get the internet to work. Here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna reply to it.
Oh, you're gonna reply to it, so I can see it.
Ah, shit! I replied to my own comment. God damn it!
It's okay. I got
it. I replied in the wrong way, but yeah. I just wanted y'all to see this because
that is just Marshall, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy, dog. That's real. That's a real shit.
Is that what they based? Because that's what the character looks like.
That's exactly what he looks like, dude. Except he's not wearing, like, he's not shirtless. Did we read this? Books, Girls, and Purses. I mean, Game of Thrones did that as well, just following deeply flawed characters dig their own holes. Yeah, and I'd say to a degree, that's what took place in this show, and the character whom dug their hole was Frances, and Frances dug herself out of it. You know, from the beginning, she's just continuously digging herself a larger hole for herself. I
still don't like her,
and then ends up digging herself out of the hole. I also do not like her. It's like when your homie starts dating like this crazy bitch, and you know she's crazy, and he's just like, Nah, she's not crazy. She's cool.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Exactly, dog. Like, come on, bro. You ain't got a lot of us. We seen her. we knew her before you started even dating her, dog. Like, we know her. Like, it's cool. She's crazy, but like
super into astrology.
It's super into astrology. She lies all the time. Like, she even said at the end, Francis even said at the end, like, you know, meeting when I met you the other day. I mean, when I met you that day on the street, it might have been the worst day of my life. Jesus Christ, bitch.
Yeah.
Then followed it up with, but I got to spend some time with my mama, so it must be cool. Wait a minute.
Did you?
Exactly.
Because, like,
it's a revisionist history.
Because you spent like 10 seconds with her, then ran off, and then she died.
And then she died.
Maybe if you were actually hanging out with your mom, she wouldn't have been climbing trees and being fucked up.
God damn. Tell her the truth.
Maybe you should have.
Tell her the motherfucking truth. Film Age says, I love how he says this here. Yeah, F France. I hope the milkmen handle her like they did her mom. The milkmen. You know what? He's talking about the little men, the little dudes.
The milk. Okay. Yeah.
That is way. Look, we're doing better already than we were last week because y'all was coming with that wax sauce
last week. I feel like.
Oh, it was all semen based. Everything that they did was semen based last week.
I call them Pillsbury dudes and
Pillsbury cum boys. I think is one of them.
But yeah, Capano,
Pillsbury cum boys might have to be what we're talking about, like where we go with that one. But yeah, sorry, you're right. Capano was immediately on it and found Marshall, which I don't know how the fuck he got down there and found Marshall. But like, because Marshall fell down a cliff, so I don't know. Like, I guess he went around. He went the back way. I guess he went the side way.
They went up and then he took the short way down. I guess.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He must have like went around instead of going straight down. Yeah. He took the slow way. Marshall took the fast way. Now he gives Marshall the mushroom that he got from a million mushroom. And this is the part that I still have no fucking clue as to what is going on. And did they decide to make it even more confusing? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This shit got even more confusing. Why is the first person he wakes up and sees is a Jesus Hildy? Or is this Buddha? This is Buddha Hildy.
Mm-hmm.
Buddha Hildy. Like, come on, man. Wait a minute. Am I gonna try to say this? Film H says spunkstronauts. How about sploogstronauts?
This kind of confirmed a theory of mine, or like a speculation that we had a while ago. I remember when Marshall and Francis actually took the mushrooms together, and it looked like they were on the same plane. Like they took the mushrooms at the same time. They're laying in bed, then transported them both, right? And I said, how? I thought they all go to their own separate place. But this kind of confirmed that it does astral link you in a certain way to somebody else with the way that he was drawing on the, like he saw where she was.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, ow. You touched her and she was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, motherfucker, goddamn, my hand just dissolved from the inside. This is crazy.
And he started drawing the elephant rock, upside down elephant rock.
Yes. So what was interesting to me about this is he was affecting things on the outside, but he wasn't seeing the things that were affected on the inside. So inside the portal, he wasn't seeing like her hand move when she got touched.
Right.
He wasn't able to see the wine glass spill. So it was interesting to me that he even had the intuition to draw the elephant where he drew it, considering there was no communication.
Right.
There's no real communication until he draws, because by definition of what communication is, there's no real communication until he draws the elephant upside down.
Right.
Which always blew my mind. Like, how do you draw an upside down elephant? But you just draw it right side up.
Right. Yeah. From another perspective, he just
Yeah, I don't know. I just throwing that little part out. I'm humble here, y'all. Y'all know I'm humble. I'm not perfect. I will tell y'all when I'm ignorant about the shit that I'm ignorant about. I'm an artist, but not a drawist. I've never been able to draw nothing. Just terrible at it. I don't know why. Something about the way my brain works.
Was getting good at it. See, I need to get this drawing pad that hooks up to the computer. Like, I was getting good at some digital drawing, but still need to.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know which one's harder. Shout out to Noah. Shout out to people who can draw. You motherfuckers make the world go round. Just
teach me, Noah. Noah, teach me. You ever get around?
Y'all motherfuckers know what time it is. Y'all make shout out to all the artists. But yeah, this makes her.
It has very big implications for moving forward. Like, what do you think that's going to be utilized further, or is this kind of like one-off?
I don't know, and I think that they had to, because of the type of show that this is, they had to leave us with more questions, or as many questions as we walked into the series with, or walked into this episode with. And I don't know. I had more questions about this scene as well. Like, it's all about wine. You notice the red wine element of this? Like, everybody has a glass of wine or is being poured some wine, and all of the women look just fucking bored out of their mind, or as if they just can't stand being where they are at the moment in time. And all the dudes are really like happy. And I don't know if clearly there has to be some kind of symbolism or something they were going for with that. But look, you got this lady sad. You got these guys engaged. All the men are engaged. This one lady, she's happy, but it's also she's drinking her wine. I don't think any woman who's not drinking her wine is actually happy. Like, she's not.
It's a white wine too.
It's a white wine, not a red wine. I don't know if that makes a difference or not.
Yeah,
but
it is quite clearly the opposite of the blue mushroom too.
Exactly. And she spilled hers. Does that does that symbolize her getting up, or foreshadow her getting up from the table because her wine spilled? She's no longer, like, Marshall tapped her and she kind of came out of her trance, like she awakened, like, yo, bitch, you fucking up. Like, don't you remember that we had this thing going on? We was trying to save the world. Remember that? And that's when he wakes up. Bam. And Capano, man, he said, how the fuck are you still alive? Like, you just gave him the mushroom, my nigga. You knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
Inside, nerd. Get out. Go.
That chance came through. That wish you made, it did come through. It's gonna come through for you too.
Exactly. Hey, like, come on, bro. You know what time it is. There might have been some edits here that probably keep us from knowing what he was thinking right there. Or maybe we're just supposed to assume he just was like, what the fuck? That was his what the fuck moment. But we end up seeing transition into the old wolf. Jonas the wolf. Oh, sorry, Penny. Penny, like, what the fuck is going on? And y'all, I know y'all probably been missing Penny, producer Penny, but she is over here to the side and I think our camera broke. I think the penny cam broke, so I got to get a new penny cam. But yeah, sorry, she's here. Don't worry, we didn't fire her, even though she still doesn't do a goddamn thing. But yeah, Jonas the Wolf comes in to the tent. What should we call this tent? Oh man, it did another zoom. What should I call this tent? The tent of life, the tent of death, because people are dying walking in. But I'm gonna call them the tent of life. Now, Film Age, I want you to let me know, and everybody else in the chat who watched this episode, I really want you to let me know what you thought about this scene that's coming up. Like, to me, this was the craziest scene that we've gotten.
Thoughts about this. He
It's the craziest scene we've gotten in the film, in the portal that's coming up.
He posted something on Twitter just about when Jonas does get his hands on the mushroom and we go into the astral world with it, because he overdoes it. But he says, I will give you 100,000 for your place in line, and he picked the wrong one, didn't he?
Yeah, like apparently he picked. No, he picked the perfect person. Seemed like they were going to. Then one of Hildy's goons comes over and is like, "Yo, are you trying to charge people?" And then that FBI guy rolls up and
touch me.
How the fuck did this? This is the worst FBI agent of all time. He just walks up on this dude, like, "Hey man, back the fuck up!" And your badge falls out of your pocket, my nigga.
Yeah,
what? Like that? What?
Like, where
Come
the fuck
on,
did you
man.
have that? Yeah.
Was it up your
sleeve? Keychain or something?
Fucking David Blaine in this motherfucker? Like, goddamn, that shit came out of nowhere. But
a lanyard. Please, just get a lanyard.
Come on, man. A lanyard. A motherfucking lanyard.
I know the FBI gives away lanyards for free.
Even the ones that's got the little chain thing on it, like the little dog tag looking thing. Man, y'all can get that. And if they don't got that, get one. Damn, buy one online. But yeah, this motherfucker, it was kind of indicative and foreshadowing how shitty this was all about to go down.
This operation, and then them not doing like a complete scan and not being aware that this place is literally booby trapped. Oh my god.
Yeah, like why? Like the FBI usually takes more time to like roll out onto somebody's property.
It was a very rushed operation due to, I think, the influence of Jonas.
Jonas. Yes. Yeah, but it's also funny because Jonas could have just called all of this off. He could have easily just said, "Hey, don't do that. I know I told you I wanted you to do that, but please don't do that. Hold off a couple days." Like, it just didn't seem necessary, or at least they didn't explain why it was.
Yeah, it was definitely rushed. But with that, we're only a few minutes
in this whole shit. Has anybody actually died in this show? Oh, yeah, no, that one dude at the beginning, he got shot in the head. That's right. And then the other dude, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we got a black dude that died. At least he didn't die to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the assassins that came after Marshall.
Yeah. They died. They
ended up getting it.
They died.
Yeah, a few people.
Well, at least we didn't have a black guy die at the beginning of this series. That's awesome. So yeah, we do have the black FBI agent come up short and step on the landmines, which great foreshadowing from the beginning of this series, right? Like,
yeah.
Like,
we knew that they were there. Yeah.
We knew they were there. Yeah. And it's just like, wait a minute. Why are they coming through the woods? Like, don't they know they were there? There was literally a Harrington and Capono report that they drew up that we heard that said, hey, you know, somebody blew up. We heard an explosion.
Somebody blew the fuck up.
Yeah. We heard something blow up while in the woods.
Yeah. Y'all want to check this out or what?
Yeah, there's explosives out there and or booby traps. Boobies. Fifth Bantha said her mom died too. Yeah, broke that neck. Film age, I think the creatures are idling her for spreading their presence to the masses. Huh. And I guess you're talking about Francis.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
compound on that.
You don't want to you know what? Let's go through this sequence with Jonas before we touch on what these skiddly poofs are, the squidgely goops guys are.
So this right here with Jonas the wolf.
Jonas the wolf.
This is like the epitome of just like greed, right? Like this is like what like greed and like what this overconsumption gets you. This is the choice that someone like him makes. He's not going to think about the he's just like, no, more is better no matter what. So he just starts shoving these mushrooms like they're fucking potato chips into his mouth.
He was popping them things like they was perks. He was popping perks. But notice how like his hair is all fucked up right there, and then when he lands, he's like clean shaved, hair laid back, like he's good, but he's also it's like it's a farce, it's a shell, it's and like I don't know what man, maybe I wish you could play this. Wait a minute, I got this one thing that I did so that we could play stuff. And maybe that's small enough.
Whoops.
Maybe that is small enough to where it's like not going to get flagged. But yeah, we'll try it right now. See, he's waking up in like a different kind of portal, it looked like.
Yeah, whose house is that? Is that the farmhouse?
I don't know. It's not. That's what I'm saying. I think maybe he walked up on a different, like his family home or some shit.
Do one of these and
yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. Right actually, and see.
So, like, is he watching himself or is he that person?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, you can pause it right here because this is the crazy part. Is he? Hey, little frothy. Like, yeah, is he seeing the future? Is he seeing the possibility of what could have been through this body?
Let me go to Film Age's Twitter and throw his thoughts up there because it was quite interesting how he chose to compare it, because I saw it right away. I was like, okay. And this show is kind of like, the animation style. Gosh, Film Age, you post so much. That Switch 2 came out? Yes, sir. Or it didn't come out, it got explained or whatever. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2?
No.
That shit looks so baller.
I mean, I don't understand why you gotta have all of them.
Like, what, the Switch 2?
The Switch, everybody, you gotta have a Switch, an Xbox, and a PlayStation.
Oh yeah, you got to catch them all.
I guess it's still like the Nintendo effect though. Like Nintendo cannot die. You know,
So
people have tried.
this is film made. She's like just showing the animation of this, and he compares it to Junji Ito, very prolific Japanese horror mangaka, and that's like from Uzumaki, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Different
And
transformations here.
yeah, and it's very similar to what we see going
The
on
hallway is
on the
the same.
school. Yeah, it's like just the concept of it is very, very
Like
similar.
right there, that's the same hallway.
Mhm.
Or it looks very similar.
Nintendo needs better games. Switch 2 is coming out to a very specific group of players and only has one game. Yeah, and they're raising the games to like $80. $80 might be because of tariffs. Apparently, it's going to be cheaper in Japan because, well, yeah, obviously it's going to be cheaper in Japan, but tariffs are going to be fucking us for a little bit.
Is it only one game, or for like is it only one game? Like one?
I don't know what he means by
Switch
one
2
game.
games, because you can
Because
play like everything on the Switch.
yeah, you can play everything on the Switch too. It's got the backwards compatibility. But
Right? Yeah, it goes.
I
It
think what
backdates.
he's saying, like at launch, it's only going to have like the new Mario Kart and I think a
So
new
yeah,
Donkey Kong
it'll only
game.
have Switch 2 games. Like it'll only have like one Switch 2 game,
Right,
and then
exactly.
they're gonna be coming out from that.
The tweet I quoted with a better example right here. Yeah. Junjitos heavily influenced in the finality of common side effects. Essentially what? Yeah. So just him like being crumpled up. Very similar to the Uzumaki.
Very
Junjito.
similar.
Yeah.
What's the significance of this scene, though?
Of the
Film age?
spirals?
Well, of these images in general, is because I'm curious if they reveal anything that may connect us to what's going on in this scene in general. Because I'm not familiar with the
So
artwork.
Uzumaki like represents spirals as this like endless source of like torment, terrifying, like rebirth and type of stuff.
Mhm.
So when
Which we've
you
seen a
put
lot
it
of in this show.
exactly, so like every time like someone enters the astral world, if they see themselves like bloom into a newer version of themselves, or even to somebody else, it
Is this
kind
a
of does
show?
represent. It's a manga. It actually is a show, but I heard the show's not very good or not very
It's
well
a manga.
adapted.
Okay. I don't have
It's a
any.
manga, yeah.
Well, look, let me
But,
tell you something. We need to get more information on this, because this might tell us what the show is actually about. With some of the symbolisms that we've been trying to connect the dots on. Because yeah, it sounds very on the nose. Like this hallway is like the same hallway. Now, yeah, we get Jonas vomiting himself and then vomiting himself up again. And then vomiting himself up again, and each time with more and more pills and losing his teeth, and each time he's reborn, he's worse. Like he is the cancer that is killing himself.
yeah, yeah.
And
And one of the things that Film Age talked about is this mushroom doesn't work on like people's biases, like or like personal, like if you're a bad guy, do you come
right.
back kind of worse, or like does it work as good, or does it exemplify like some of your worst attributes? And I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's what's happening, or is it just because he took like 6-10 mushrooms at a
Just
time.
taking way
Yeah.
too many.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely an interesting question. I think that he's it's all symbolic, right? It's all symbolism, even though he's being saved by the. Because, like, as this thing is coming out of his mouth, I'm thinking, okay, one of our little homies is coming up out of his mouth, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But then, no, it was him. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's
Like, I thought it
crazy.
was, one of those, like, Russian nesting dolls or whatever. Like, until it
Fabergé eggs?
nah,
What's
not the
it called?
Fabergé eggs.
But yeah. Like, he just kept plopping out. And I think there's a symbolism is like, you are the cancer, not only for yourself, but for society. He's a pharmaceutical executive, and pills are just falling out of him. Of course, he's got cancer as well, so he's been taking a lot of pills, like all of
completely cleansing him. Yeah.
And like it's breaking him down at the same time, which he is brought down to this level of nothing, of as a tumor. Essentially, his arms break, he's shattered, but he's still fighting for life, is what I noticed. He's still dragging himself across, and then at the same time seeing himself in that portal doorway, which kind of reminds me of that spiral, because he was spiraling, and and then we see our friends here. That's what interested me. Well, he starts crying too. This scene, he starts crying.
He's like, oh yeah, he's completely regressed.
And
but then
you can
is
tell,
that like where he needs to be at? Because that's where the little dudes are at.
I think that is him being forced to witness himself dying. But the little dudes, see, this is the important part to me, I think.
Yeah.
They clearly ain't never seen no shit like this before. This is the first time we've seen them. This is the first time we've seen them looking like this. They seem like they know what's going on the whole time. They confident. This motherfucker saw this shit. He was like, oh, hell no.
They're like, let's just relax a little bit, because we're not going to fuck with this dude right now.
Yeah, motherfucker, did you see this?
Like, they're like, come on now. It also reminds me of The Substance too. Did you watch The Substance?
The Substance? I didn't see The Substance.
Okay, because she takes that thing, and then a new version of her like comes out of her back, and it kind of reminds me quite a little bit of that. Film H says, I think this creature he births into this dimension is going to have a negative effect on that world. Oh, okay. So like he's gonna be does everybody kind of become one of those little dudes?
No, I think it's just I don't know. That one I'd have to do some gymnastics in my mind to figure that one out. I don't know about that one, but I do feel like sorry, I just saw a Twitter post from 2 days ago with a picture of Hildy, and all the caption says is "fuck this bitch." Hashtag common side effects. I'm like, what?
How many likes does it got?
29. 700 views, 29 likes. But yeah, that's weird. That's funny, but that's weird. Fuck that bitch. Fuck this bitch. This motherfucker is just that hype, dog. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and send him a copy of a link to the show right now. You should be on the show right now at AKA G Wolf. You should be on right now watching. Excuse me. So anyway, I think that it's a symbolism of the death of who he was. The man he was is dying off. Right? The cancer that is him, the tumor that is himself, the scourge on the earth, he is vomiting that up, and each time he vomits up one, the other piece of him dies.
He's more pure.
Yes, and so when he comes back to life, he will be more pure, like you said, and he could even come back with even more of a touched nature, like in as far as the side effects that
I wanted to talk about that near the end when we get to the montage, but
we'll keep going. We'll keep it going. We'll come back to it for sure.
But yeah, this is the scene that I was trying to catch up on. You said that she leaves her behind.
Yeah, so right here, last episode we got the scene where they were going to make the tinctures. Turns out that scene would probably not be the entirety of the plan, because they're loading these up in the truck here as they're escaping from the FBI, and she hands her, was it Linda? Yeah, she hands Linda, Miss Bowlcut, an M16 here, and just tells her, "You're gonna cover us." Now, like I said earlier, I thought that meant she was gonna be in the back, making sure nobody's running up on them, and if they run up, they get done up. But I guess it was meant you stay here in the woods, and if somebody comes this way, you get arrested.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're a patsy.
Yeah, I feel like, damn, we just gonna let this girl ride the lightning? Come on, man, that don't seem right. It don't seem right. And I think I lost my blunt.
So Marshall is actually seeing them in way closer succession now than he used to.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's, what is that? Is that like that they decide to show themselves to certain people more than others? Or is it that they're so, like, I don't know, maybe they're more confident in themselves, or what I mean by them is the people who can see, who don't see him. Marshall and Francis weren't seeing him immediately. Maybe, and Hildy, or at least as far as we know, Hildy's not seeing. I don't trust nothing Hildy say at this point, right? Like,
or is it like the closer you are to death, the more severe it is? Because that one guy, I remember rocking with this theory that, you don't see them if you keep on taking the mushrooms. But that one guy that one guy only had one mushroom. Went crazy. The car crash guy. Went crazy. And then Marshall just took a mushroom and is now like seeing them right afterwards.
And did he see them in his portal trance state this last time? I don't think so.
I'm actually not sure about that, to be honest.
I don't think he did. I think he kind of just went through it.
Yeah, he saw the effects,
like right? But he never effects, saw
he did not see the guys,
the squiggly,
the spunktronauts, or whatever we call
them. The spunktronauts, the sploogstronauts, the squirtstronauts. And
I really did like the fact that he's like, well, I can't go without, and he's like, you're Toro. I got that too. I was like, dude,
I got you.
Pano is that guy.
He was like, no, bro, you getting the fuck out of here. Like, get your ass up. But also, my favorite part of this motherfucking show, this episode, was definitely, or the funniest part of this episode was definitely this part right here. You gotta play this part where he says, is this all real?
This is very fucking real.
It's real fucking real.
This is very fucking real. Like, goddamn it, I'm tired of fucking dealing with you. Like, he's keeping his absolute 100% cool. It's craziness going on. It's chaos. He's known that all of this was about to happen since he got on the property.
Yeah. And you peep them right away.
I'm trying to tell this motherfucker he needs to get the fuck out of here, but he is just not hearing me. And it's just like so much going on. But right there in that moment, he breaks like, motherfucker, yes, this is my fucking real.
Yeah, is this real? What's going on here? And then I was actually doubting that she was there. I thought she was gonna like maybe show up, but yeah, she is part of the race. She did get on the helicopter at the end of episode 9. And she looks like she's the woman, but this is a woman right here. Is this a woman? I can't tell
That
because
that is a
everyone is
strong-faced
just
woman.
so bigger.
That
right?
woman face is strong than a motherfucker. It might be a woman or Andrew WK. I can't remember. I mean, I
But
can't tell. But
everyone
I don't know if
is-
anybody knows who Andrew WK is.
But she's like trying to tell her, and it's like, actually, no, he's not violent. But they say justifiable force is authorized. It's over.
Yeah,
with.
actually, he's not. Like,
No, our sheriff is literally just did not know. He's got the. I need
he
those
is
AirPods.
no. The sheriff is got it. He's got his earbuds in. He's on
I
the
need
front
them.
porch drinking a beer, watching the Drunk Bantha's channel and Nerds at Night channel
Right.
every Thursday at 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. He's clearly watching Drunk Banthas, and he's on the East Coast because it's dark outside.
Oh, that would be so easy for me to edit.
Oh, just put it in there.
Yeah, just like that. That'd be so easy. But yeah, he is not even like paying attention. He did not hear any of those. Those are not Raycons. I know that for sure. Those
are not Raycons.
Special.
And I don't know how Raycons sound because they cost a lot of money, but I haven't had one. But I'm sure they have some affordable ones. I just can't tell you about them because they don't sponsor the show.
They don't
But if
sponsor
they
us.
did,
sponsor everybody.
If you did, Raycon, holla at your boy. You know what I mean?
But he pulls off. Marshall is out of the scene, and that's kind of like a lot for him to be out of this this clusterfuck in the situation because you're wondering like what's going to happen next. But
Harrington sees him leaving,
and
lets them know that he's leaving, and all it took was them listening to her the first time, first 2 times, but by the 3rd time, they turn around to look, and it causes a distraction. And our boy, what's his name? Richie?
Yeah, I was calling him Rusty.
Rusty? I think his name was Rusty.
I'm pretty sure it's Richie. I know.
I think
I don't think it's Rusty, but like he seems like a Rusty.
Rusty? Hold on, you gotta go back. We gotta look. We're going with Rusty.
We'll just go with Rusty. It's a raid.
So yeah, Film H, tell us who it is. Tell us if we're wrong or not.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he causes a distraction and the Humvee flips, turn, boom, bow. Everybody fucked up. Which I don't know if that's how it should work in those things, especially with the body armor, but it's TV, baby. It's TV.
Yeah.
And then Rusty does the dumbest shit I think I've ever seen anybody do in television or movies. With a firearm.
Yeah, this was ridiculous.
At least with a firearm.
I'm literally just remembering like that he thought that this would work. Like, what are you talking about?
Fuck, dog? There's no way any of this is gonna work. Like, literally just tries to blow, like, what's he got, a 50 cal? Or the M80? I mean, the M60? I don't know. I can't remember. He's got a...
If the ammo comes out like this, then the maneuver you're about to pull off is not going to work.
Yeah, bro. If you're supposed to be holding on to the bullets as they go in,
Yeah.
like, then
Bro,
you probably want to be stable when this motherfucker go off.
right here.
And so yeah, he literally just like he probably would have shot that helicopter out of the sky if he wasn't zooming.
Yeah.
But he ended up just blowing his whole shit up and like just fell to the ground. Film Age came through.
It is Rusty. Okay.
Rusty. But
Oh yeah, Rusty's coming.
I'm coming, baby.
Yeah, like the physics does not make sense on me. And then it hits a propane tank.
Yeah.
This is some Final Destination shit right here.
Dead ass. And also, I mean, to your point about the Final Destination shit, it ends up being the reason we end up seeing not only Rusty die from a violent act of valor, but who gets caught up in the crossfire. It's our Black Italian friend, Pono.
And this just looks awesome. Like
that shit really looks awesome. I like how they killed the audio, like killed the action, killed the gunshot audio. And we're just up, because that high up, you ain't gonna be able to hear all that shit. And also the helicopter, you're not gonna hear.
But he's got tracer rounds on that bitch.
Yes.
Like what?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you can't get tracer rounds. I don't know if you cannot get tracer rounds with those types of rounds. I'm not 100% sure, but you might not. They might all, like those rounds specifically, might come with tracer rounds. Someone let me know if I'm wrong in the chat or in the comments later on if you're not watching live. But wait a minute. I want you to go back to that, because this dude, see, this is what pissed me off about this scene. So, okay, you almost get shot by some country ass redneck, but when you go back to shoot, you can't even handle your weapon. At least you're sitting still. Rusty was driving with his on a fucking dirt bike.
This scene felt like it's straight out of Barry. Yeah. It's like the chain reaction of chaos.
It was a chain reaction of chaos. Because he just fucking what I don't understand what happened here. Like, it just, I mean, it's supposed to make you feel this way. I was so annoyed. Like, dude, you fucking asshole. Like,
but I will say, because it's a minigun, I didn't like play the part where it actually like spikes up, but like with miniguns, those things like have a build up and cool down. Like once you put your hand off the trigger, like it's not an immediate stop.
Right.
It's still going, so I can understand how that happened, but like it's not like he got hit or anything. Yeah,
it's like, why'd you let it go, dude?
Yeah,
he's just like,
you let it go, and then bang, like, bang, 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 boom.
Shot one before. He was like, oh my god. But yeah, that ended up.
But yeah,
and then the scene
kills Rosie, takes out one of the labs, and then he saw that shit too. He was like, oh fuck.
There's nothing you can do.
I'm right in the line. And I was saying this whole season, I was like, one of these two about to die.
It's about to
one
die.
Of these two are gonna die. And it kind of makes more sense of why they had to be on like opposite planes and meet up. Like I was adamant that everything was going to go down in North Carolina or whatever.
Yeah.
North Carolina, South Carolina.
This is in North Carolina. Yeah.
So they do that, and I knew that everything was going to go down in North Carolina, but I didn't anticipate that they would split up. But I was pretty sure that one of them was going to die. Now I was kind of wrong about that, but I was kind of right about it too, because
Yeah.
he was supposed to die in this.
He died.
He
He died,
did.
but he didn't die.
Yeah.
He was a vegetable. He was made a vegetable. Harrington, it was really hard for me to feel like she was really sad because of her voice, but
Yeah.
but yeah, she definitely had a moment here, right? Like she's definitely like emotionally distraught. She's like, someone's hurt. Like she doesn't know what to do. And like she's the only one of her group that's even awake or alive. Like nobody had, well, no, actually, no. There's two guys who came out of the Humvee with her. So I don't know why they weren't trying to help her. They were just dicks. Man, those guys were fucking assholes. But yeah, Harrington has this moment and what seems like a revelation, like confirmation. Hey, look, I'm on the wrong side here. This was fucked up. Like this is all fucked up. And how could I should have been with him and not been with these assholes. All of these emotions seem to be coming up for her in this. And yeah, I feel like what we're gonna get later is a little bit juxtaposed to how she's feeling here and how she feels in the hospital later with our boy here. Capono. Then actually I can't remember what happens right after. What happens right after this? This is when oh yeah, this is where we catch back up with Francis. Oh, Francie France. And also, I meant to say this earlier, but I like how Film Age says F France. He didn't say F Francis. He just said fuck France. All of France. Yeah. If your name start with France, fuck you.
Yeah.
If your name Frank, Francis, Frenchie, Frankie, fuck you.
This was intense too because the fact that she is seeing the little dude. She only took one mushroom.
Before you continue, I want you to tell people a little bit more about your video that's about to come up, or that just came out about 2 hours ago, as I grab some essentials real quickly.
Yeah. So I just dropped a video of common side effects. Common side effects is not common. Title is pretty self-explanatory. The show is not common at all. It feels like a refresh of animation. A lot of adult animation has been very typical or in the style of like the Family Guy, Rick and Morty type of animation style. And this breaks the mold in a very important way for how stories are going to be told, right? Because it's not anime, which I love anime style. Love it. Check out Pantheon. I'm not a very great fan of the animation of Invincible, even though it has that mature aspect of it. But this, like, a lot of it just feels right. So yeah, common side effects is not common. I really don't touch on any of those points. My video is mostly just a dissection or like just a run through of the plot lines of the first 3 episodes, trying to get people on board with it, trying to get like, like, hey, Adult Swim, this is how you might want to get people interested in the show or whatever,
Come on over
but now
here.
it's available to binge. I think that people are going to have a fun time binging this first season.
Yeah, I can't
Highly
wait to
recommend it.
rewatch the entire season, because it was so dope, and watching it for appointment viewing every week,
Mhm.
and kind of, with week to week viewing, you guys all know it. You just kind of lose a little bit of what happened the last week, and you're like, oh
Mhm.
shit,
Mhm.
I forgot about this part.
Yeah.
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 And then it's fresh again. Like
Mhm.
that one, for some reason, the 6 days between you watching it, it's just that build up
Also,
brings
it's
back that.
wild how many plot lines they're able to fit in a 22-minute show. It is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And the pacing never seems off.
Mm-hmm.
The pace, and that's what I'm really interested in watching it in the binge form, because I actually watched the first 5 episodes back all the way through, like, because homie of mine, big homie Grim, he hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, no, dog, you gotta watch this shit.
Right.
So I sat him down, made him watch all 5 episodes, and he was like hooked. He's stuck on it still. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how it is watching it from beginning to the end, because I believe, like you, this will definitely help propel it into more viewership, more homes,
Mm-hmm.
more chat rooms, more Reddits, and more theories to come, because there's more sleuthing, right? You can super sleuth now, since all the episodes are on there, and you probably got at least a year before you get another, right?
Exactly.
Which we'll talk more about that in a second, because I do want to talk about possibilities for season 2, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Francis seeing the dudes. What do you? And this dude is blind. What do you make of that?
Man, let me tell you something. When they whoa, excuse me, when they showed this motherfucker blind, and I was like, is he blind? And then they got closer to him, and I was like, oh my god, he is blind. I was like,
Do me a favor, please. Do me a favor. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
get out of here, man. This shit is creepy as hell. And like, it made me go back to my original theory. Like, I don't know if these guys got the best of intentions in mind. Like, are these guys really 100% on the level? Because like, that shit right there is weird. But then they'll do something like later on when we see Marshall, they'll do something to save a motherfucker's life and shit. So then you don't know. Like, you just don't know. But to me, it's not why is he blind as much so, like, of course, why the fuck is he blind? As much as it is like when he falls and then he comes back up and he's her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend.
Babe, let's get married.
Babe, let's get married. Then he falls again and he becomes Rick. Then he falls again.
He becomes a scientist and then
Rick. Scientist. Yeah, excuse me. And then Rick. And then I'm just like, why? This is a one, like, there's not a lot of things that are consistent with these little guys, but that's one thing that is consistent with them, is that they'll show them people in their lives at either different points in their lives, or things that foreshadow things that will happen in the future. Like, why do we see these transformations of these little guys? You know what I mean?
Got her mom climbing the tree right before she fell and shit.
This bitch in the motherfucking fairy tale land. This bitch still having fun out here. She's like, look, I'm okay. Don't worry, Francis. I'm
I'm
happy.
climbing trees. Yeah.
I'm still climbing trees.
Like, is her mom still alive, kind of out there because she took the mushroom? She part
Well-
of like the hive mind now? Could you communicate with somebody that has passed, or like how? Like the communication thing really tripped me up.
Same, and it's like, could he? Since we were seeing those things before, could he have like touched the Hildy mountain that was there and
Right.
affected Hildy? Is
Right.
there like, could he have touched any
Yeah.
of the
Can you,
other
like-
characters throughout the series in the portal?
I take a mushroom, I see Bill, and I start piecing him up. And Bill in real life is like, who the fuck just?
I'd be so mad if I wasn't high.
Yeah.
Like I can't be getting hit in the face and not be on drugs. Like that is this is definitely one of the most puzzling things still about this show. This is the GOATs. If we're gonna do comparisons, these are the GOATs of Severance. What you think, Film Age? Do you think that the little splooger butts are the GOATs of Severance? Morgan, what you think, man? What you think, man? Fifth Bantha, let me know. Come on, man. I
want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Tell me. Fucking tell me.
Looking like she just opened the golden suitcase from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's like
Pulp Fiction like Pulp Fiction vibes right here. I do want to say something also about the this room that she's staying in.
Yeah.
I believe, and Lil Frothy, if you're listening, I know you hadn't seen the show, so you probably aren't listening anymore. But
I thought Lil Frothy didn't.
She hasn't seen these episodes. She hasn't seen up to this episode. Like she's behind, is what I mean. But this looks like I think I know exactly where she is, or at least where they're trying to emulate where she's staying in Joshua Tree, because that's where she's at. She's in Joshua Tree, and this looks just like the room that the first time that we stayed in Joshua Tree together. This looks like the room.
You literally joined this dream when you were at Joshua Tree one time.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I did.
I think I do, and I think I remember that you were on mushrooms when you joined.
Yeah, I was.
It's very, very
I was.
We
were doing. I was thinking about that the other day when I was watching this.
The Last of Us that we were talking about. What was it?
We were talking about Dave.
Okay, we were talking about Dave. All right, yeah.
That was when I just started talking about Dave with y'all. That's 2 years ago. 2 years ago, almost to the day, because it was 420 weekend. Fifth Bantha says, I mean, they are the same as the GOATs in What the Fuck Factor, but I don't know what they are at all. The same when the mystery is solved. Same as, that's what I'm saying. It's the same as the GOATs. You have no idea. They are What the Fuck Factor, and I don't know what they're for or what mystery. Like, there's a mystery to them 100%. You can't, anything you can guess is just as good as any other guess, because they have not explained it in any way, shape, or form. Film Age says, what if we take mushrooms and because of this show you saw them? What would you do?
If I saw them, I'd be like, why don't I feel better then? I feel like I should be cleansed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it should be like cleansed, feeling like I'm like 21 again.
Phil Bantha says, I just mean nobody is sacrificing the blob, guys. Well, yeah,
I feel you, yeah.
I guess we were more so talking about season 1. Like you're in season 1 of Severance, and you saw goats, and you have no fucking clue what the fuck that means.
Right.
Like,
I still feel like the goats have more significance in Severance.
oh yeah, they still didn't explain it, which is what he means right here. Like, just mean nobody is sacrificing wild guys. Like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's which I guess we're all just still saying the same thing because
I have a lot of theories.
If I still have those questions, then that means that they're
my next video might be about Mr. Milchek. I think I mentioned this on the thing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to
Mr. Milchek. Mr. Milchek, man. Severance is a product that could keep on kick. Like you can make videos about that for years.
I think it should end after season 3.
I think they got 2 more seasons.
2 more seasons. Season 3, season 4. I'm just trying to figure out like where they're going to go with that show. But
well, last season was about Mark getting his wife out. Next season will be about his wife getting him out. Yeah. And then the final season will have to be about like getting rid of Lumen or something like, right? Like taking down the man, or taking back our bodies from our ends.
Okay. Well, let me just say one thing about Severance that I don't think I brought up is that in episode 4, when they are outside, Irving has just like plunged Helly into the water. It was about to drown her.
Drowning a white bitch. That'll get you fired from your job, boy. I tell you what.
He was going OJ on her. And
too soon?
He
I don't know.
Gets fired right on the spot. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens then? Like, because like the episode ends, but like, is he like his outie self and he's just looking around? Like, what the fuck?
Well, because we were established that they can do multiple severances, which is something that we did theorize, but we couldn't talk about it. See, that's why I say we have to have a show where we just talk about Severance. The ending, because we literally could not talk about enough things because we had 4 other shows to cover on the same night. So I definitely want to do another Severance episode. Maybe we'll do it right here on Thursday. We'll just because we don't there's no uniform to what we talk about here, except for the last 8 weeks. I mean 9 weeks, you know what I'm saying? But maybe we can do that and also do the same thing with this show. Come back to this show, revisit these questions that we have. They're burning me. Billmate says, Bill, do you think the actor who plays Mr. Milchek, you think he could play a boss in a remake? Or play boss in a remake? I think he would be in a perfect role. What's boss? I don't know.
I have so many like ideas of who Boss is. Is it Mr. Boss from Smiling Friends? Is it Boss from Metal Gear Solid? Are you talking about any type? What boss?
Is it he ain't talking about 2013 boss?
Oh, yeah. He says, yeah, I actually do think he would be pretty good.
Well, you know what? It might be a good. Well, I would just say the Legend of Johnny Black. That is kind of what you're talking about with Michael Jai White remaking this kind of. But if Mr. Milchek did it, I think it would be good. And maybe not necessarily doing this one, but I think he would be good in a role as a cowboy. He would do well in a Western. I am a huge Western fan. Like, people don't think that about me. But when I start talking like this, then you know something about me, boy. Tell you that now.
Did you hear that they're going to make a new movie? It's going to be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's directed by David Fincher, and it's going to be covering the Western accents of Brad Pitt's character.
Say no more. If it's gonna be David Fincher.
Yeah, David Fincher is like pretty goated. He's pretty goated.
He's goated. And soon you're gonna find out, or on the Nerds at Night. And yeah, on Nerds at Night, you're gonna find out soon why David Fincher is the best director of all time.
Oh, is that something that's going on?
Oh, we working on it, baby. It's working. We working. And as long as we working, y'all got something. It's working. That's right, baby. We gonna bring something for y'all, goddamn it. Y'all.
Entertainment.
Now, well, I was just gonna say, shout out to 29 Palms and Joshua Tree. Shout out to them, because that's where we were staying at over there. That's where I believe Francis is. And it is really close to the park where you walk in. Like, it's in the park. Like the hotel that you would have been staying at is in the park. So
I've never been out west, bro. I need to go out there sometime.
Joshua Tree is not the first place I would suggest you go, but it is a beautiful, beautiful.
No, I'm talking about the wet. Like, I'm gonna go to LA. You know,
right? Yeah, I know. Joshua Tree is only like Joshua Tree is only like 2.5 hours from here. Not that far.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, like, I want to do a thing.
Yeah, man, do it. Let's do it. We'll get you a couple.
But I think you mentioned this little part.
Tricky set of chemicals, and we don't really understand all the effects.
Oh, damn it! Can't Rick catch a break one fucking time?
Can't Rick catch a break one fucking time?
Can't Rick catch a break one fucking time?
Whoa, got a narrow urethra.
I've been rewatching King of the Hill, and I love doing their voices. Swear to God. I've been rewatching King of the Hill. Oh man, Bobby Hill, everybody great on that show. All the characters are great on that show, but fucking Hank Hill, dude,
so funny.
Clear. I need to see an interview with this guy. What's his name again? Mike
Judge.
Man, let me tell you something. Mike Judge. I need to see and hear what he's really like, what he actually sounds like, because the only voice he could do is this.
Right, yeah.
Like, as a voice actor, he ain't doing a whole lot. And for those who don't know, this character was Hank Hill's character was created on Beavis and Butthead. He used to be the guy who get mad at Beavis and Butthead all the time, like, boy, I'll tell you what, y'all gonna get on. Like, yeah. Hank Hill, great character. Mike Judge, amazing seer of talent here. He's able to bring amazing shit to life. And shout out to him for seeing that in this show, man. But yeah, they find out that one of the lab lackeys is stupid enough to have licked his fucking thumb.
I said the same thing when they were testing it on bunnies, and the bunny fucking bit his finger, and he like immediately put it in his mouth. I was like, oh, why the fuck would you do it? And then this nigga does the same thing. I was like, what
this
the
is
fuck?
The most insane group of people.
I think that's what it takes to be a scientist,
Yeah,
put stuff in your mouth.
Put it in my mouth.
And it is apparently the most delicious thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing that they said made sense.
Whoa. Wow, that's like spicy and sweet at the same time.
So
it's
they
like spicy and
discovered-
sweet at the same time, but like
Yeah.
Cool Ranch. But
Yeah.
with, I was like, none of this sounds
Cool
right.
Ranch habanero.
None of this sounds right at all. But then he
That's
said there
how
was
it-
like some kind of other taste to it. And I was like, hold on. First of all, they definitely making me want to try it. Like,
Yeah.
let's get. But then there's a moment here. There's a moment here where, am I wrong, or is it just me, guys and gals, or does Rick get really high?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Exactly.
Gives your food a kick?
Like Cool Ranch Doritos? Almost?
Yes, but with an almost minty.
Yeah, cool mint.
Hot and cold at the same time.
Mint.
Minty, we got spicy, sharp.
Uh-huh.
Sharp,
Yeah,
minty, spicy, Cool Ranch Doritos. Nigga, they're like, the only thing they haven't said is sweet.
Yeah. I mean, he did say sweet and spicy at the same time.
Oh, he said sweet spicy? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, well then, I don't know. That is crazy. This is so scary, Film Age says, that this is how we get flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
What you think they're spraying Cool Ranch on your Cool Ranch Doritos? Like that is the same shit. It's just
Let me
a
tell you
spray.
something, man. Yeah, let me be the first to tell you, your chips are coming in soggy as fuck if they're putting Cool
Yeah.
Ranch on your Doritos.
This is nothing extra than the stuff we consume on a daily basis.
Which he makes
Pretty
a
bad.
point of. I just wanted you to go to the part where he realizes the name, like that. Oh yeah,
Sparkle.
right there.
No
Like,
FDA at all. Sparkle.
I can see it now. That
The
shit
food
right
out
there. That's when I feel like he
You
started
can sell
tripping.
people any damn thing to put in food. Nobody cares. I love that he is literally just like the spokesperson.
Yeah, he's just like,
tradition of the mushroom. We could go Latin with it, Asian. We could do different versions. And it could be something people really love. Bring joy to their lives.
Like he's looking into the camera at every single part of that sales pitch, and it is so funny to me.
which makes me believe, like, because it's so funny and because his characters really lacked any of that through the whole series, that's what makes me believe he is getting high as shit.
Yeah, like it's like he's on cocaine all of a sudden.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's cocaine with no drainage, no hangover,
Yeah.
impossible common side effects.
Right, yeah. What are the common side effects on this? And plus the shit we already
Plus
eat.
the shit we already eat, we'll be shielded from liability. A Cayman's Bank, South Dakota Trust, a shell company in some state where you can't even sue us.
Delaware.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier in episode 65 of the Bantha Bunch show, right here. This is what I was talking about. The dynamics of how corrupt all areas of our government are, in not just pharmaceutical companies having a mutual interest with the government in making things more expensive and harder to get, more scarce.
Mhm.
They also have the same situation where it comes to food, and it may
Mhm.
even be worse, as Rick points out here. It's like that
Mhm.
system is even easier to gain because there's so many companies breaking these rules. Then there's not enough people in these stopgaps for the United States citizen. There's not enough people to prevent these things from happening or investigate. So you can just get whatever you want through there. It'd be 20 years before they find out that Sparkle is giving motherfuckers small testicles and making them where they inducing vomiting and having crazy diarrhea and possibly death. It's like, it's like that's how they give us the rundown here.
For dry mouth, take ice chips.
It wasn't until about 15, 20 years ago that I was made aware that the countries outside of the United States don't allow the type of shit that we allow, like commercials wise. Like they don't allow pharmaceutical commercials on their airwaves. And I had it all confirmed for me when Oprah interviewed what's her name, Meghan Markle, and all of the British people who were watching it. It was a live broadcast from America, but all the British people who were tuning in were like, "Oh my God, how many?" Like every time they go to commercial, it's like 6 drug commercials. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would kill myself if one of these drugs didn't kill me. Like, it was all kinds of comments, like people tripping, like, "Yo, y'all really got to deal with that kind of shit." But yeah, like this scene or that scene, it just really put more of an emphasis on how corrupt American society can be where it comes to what we consume. Things as simple as what we put in our body aren't even there's no sacred place that corruption doesn't go. Like,
yeah.
We can't even worry about what we put in our bodies.
When you slash the regulator jobs and overburden government agencies, you can get away with anything. And they are. Yeah. Like Robert F. Kennedy. He's like, you know what? We're gonna slash all research to everything.
Black lung disease.
Measles are something that we can just solve without vaccines for some reason.
To all my car chase people, there's a car chase going on right now. But yeah, like let's stop supporting health care for people, minors with black lung disease. We're gonna stop, like you said, the research on that. We're just gonna end that. Yeah, because those things don't bit. I guarantee you, RFK has money with pharmaceutical companies, even though he acts like those are the worst things in the world. I guarantee you.
Absolutely.
Because there's no reason to have those types of ideas other than the fact that you want to privatize those sectors so that you can make more money on the back end. I mean, and that's what's going on. You're seeing a lot of crazy corruption taking place in this reality that we actually have. At the same time, though, we're seeing a lot of parallel in this show that was supposed to come out in 2019, 2021. Like in between those time frames, they were looking to drop this show, but the lack of institutional solidarity made it to where they didn't want to put this show out because of the temperature, the climate, if you will, for science, medical science specifically, wasn't exactly stable. To put it very nicely. Book Skurs and Purrs says, and these crap decisions are going to affect people internationally. And that's a whole ass fact. It's a whole ass fact. I mean, what happens in Los Angeles, California affects everything in the world, right? Like, and if you're gonna put that times 1,000, it's definitely gonna hurt a lot of people all over the world. I know people who have lost their jobs in the federal government, and there are also there's also people who have lost their jobs in the state and like other programs. I know somebody who's losing their job at a pharmacy school, in which I will not name, but she works at a pharmacy school and they're cutting the funds, so she's going to lose her job.
My uncle in Zimbabwe died of COVID, and he died during a chance that, like, if those vaccines that people weren't taking in America were sent out to other countries less fortunate, like Zimbabwe, then he probably would have lived.
Yeah, they another thing not talked about. We didn't give everybody the one that the vaccine that we got. I think they had to either you had to get it from China or you didn't get one. That's basically how it worked everywhere else in the world. And I don't think people realize that shit, to your point. And it is the level of corruption that lets all of this take place. And who cares? The average person is in that mindset of who cares? If it doesn't affect me, so who cares? Problem is, it will affect you at some point. When you allow things to hurt someone else, and just because it doesn't affect you, you've made it easier for it to happen to you in the future.
Yeah, every individual is just another version of you.
Exactly, or someone close to you. You know, and what is worse, it happening to you or it happening to someone close to you that you love, right? Like, none of it's good. The options are terrible, and it's kind of the same options that Capono and Harrington are left with. You know, they have to decide between their careers, maintaining a good face and good faith with their superiors, or doing what's right, going and investigating their bosses, essentially their bosses, and trying to uncover a vast conspiracy. Well, and that ends up splitting their relationship down into. And that's the issue that we have. Like, their relationship is kind of like America, right? Like, it's American citizens. Like, I want to do right. I care about people, but do I care about people enough to put my career at risk, my life at risk, my comfort level at risk? Do I really care enough to do those things, to go out on that limb? And the answer is basically no. Books, Gers, and Purrs says, I'm sorry to hear about your family member, 9. Stuff like this is why I'm probably too much of a curmudgeon. No, there are no curmudgeons who watch this show.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you even mean by that. Stuff like this is probably why I'm too much of a curmudgeon.
Well, I think she was probably referring to all of the craziness that is out there in the world, you know, and like the topics out there. You know, I've been saying it recently in private, but not on screen, I guess. I really feel like this show can help a lot of people. The Bantha Bunch show can help a lot of people. Because we don't come on here trying to beat you upside the head with politics. We have our own views and ways of seeing things, but we're just over here having fun, you know. And it is crazy out there in the world, you know.
But also, I gotta say thank you very much for saying sorry. For
yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, no curmudgeons. You're
not a curmudgeon.
Not a curmudgeon. Not a curmudgeon. Yeah, you're cooler than Miles Davis if you're hanging out with us. So go ahead and pee your pants.
But yeah, the scene where she's like, you're a believer in this, huh? And she had the mushroom. She picked one of them up.
She stole one. This bitch stealing. She mentions that they've made this illegal. You know how illegal they made this? Just for having it, they'll send you to prison.
for pretty much
infinity.
infinity. I feel like infinity is such a particular term there because, like, is the mushroom also like imprisoning you into some sort of infinity as well?
Well,
Like,
that's a good question because like that's what I mean by this in relation to Severance. This show is very similar in how it answers questions to only leave you with more questions. You've answered 2 questions but in your answer you've provided me with 9 more questions. and that's really just how this is going down right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but if you can, there's a helicopter going around. If you can hear that, I apologize.
there's a chase. You said there's a chase.
There's a car chase. It sounds like it's settled
Is
in
it
my
being-
neighborhood.
Should I like pull it up? Is it something?
Oh no, it's probably pretty boring at this point because they're circling in my neighborhood. So that means they've got somebody stopped.
Yeah.
Or he's on foot
Awesome.
and he's about to get got. One of the two.
But yeah, Harrington puts this in Kapana's mouth. Pause. And
well, it's not a pause for her though.
Yeah, it's not a pause.
She put it in his mouth. That's just freaky. It's also kind of like that's an arrestable offense, right? She putting it in his mouth.
Drugged him.
Well, I thought I was talking
she
about
walks away.
Cat. I was talking about the coochie cat. If she throw the coochie cat in his mouth,
Yeah.
He's sleep too. That's right.
Yeah,
that's not right. But yeah, she walks off, like you said, right as the BPM is going up and everything, the heart rate.
Yeah, I was like, damn, she like just
she kind of walked off really fast.
She said it's a code blue
in room 209.
Yeah.
Code blue means cardiovascular event. You know,
is that what code blue means?
Yeah, on a hospital floor is what it means. It's like they have to run there. You get a crash cart when somebody calls a code blue, and you might have to resuscitate someone
where the patient's heart has stopped or breathing has ceased. It's code blue. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Oh, shit.
You're welcome, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. I know that stuff now. I used to be a hospital professional.
I can't believe I had to click it.
Well, you know what? I was gonna click it, but it was too far away, and I was like,
it's not
even gonna hit the same.
Where is it?
I need a mouse that's like right here instead of having to reach up here. Because
you don't got a mouse?
I don't have enough ports for a mouse, man. I need a hub that's like this big. I need like a tower hub.
I stole one from my work.
I have one from my work that it still doesn't have enough. I need a huge one.
I got the hub.
I need an industrial one. I need like 8. You got to send me a picture of it so I can Google it and find one.
I mean, all right. So this bad boy right here. This bad boy right here. It's got the USBs.
1, 2, 3
USB-Cs. And then these are HDMI ports. And then these.
So you got 1 HDMI port and 4?
I got 2 HDMI ports. 1 USB on this side, USB-C on this side.
2 on that side.
And then this. 3. And then when I put in my memory card, you know how
SD card.
SD card. You know, I was taking a bunch of pictures during our trip last time. Just slide that in there. Just let it slide through.
I need a bigger one. I need one that's gonna. I think it's the electric charge. I think the amount of electricity is too much, you know.
Oh,
We got a lot of stuff
yeah.
hooked up to it, and I think it's
Mhm.
just one of those things.
Yeah.
It's
When
fried
I'm
out.
like running off of my laptop, then that bitch gets hot.
Yeah, that's the thing. This doesn't get hot really, which is still cool. That's cool. Shout out to Apple, but yeah. It's behind the scenes, guys. Now y'all know why sometimes my shit be fucking up.
What is Code Red other than a Mountain Dew? That's
Was
it.
it is Morgan a rapper now? What, like Morgan been hanging out with Future? Morgan been hanging out with Future? Like what the fuck?
What is Code Red other than a Mountain Dew?
Oh man,
Common
that's
side
a bar.
effects. That's what we watching through.
That's
Okay.
a blur. A blur.
Ooh la la. They are into the behind the scenes. You guys want to know what other shit I got? Yeah, listen.
Do an unboxing.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna start doing boxing videos. I'm not gonna unbox anything. I'm gonna just put shit in stuff and then send it. And who knows if I sent it or not? Y'all don't know. Fucking, I could just not send it.
I got these hue lights. These hue lights right here. Change the whole vibe up.
Oh. We just see. Oh.
Okay. Let me get into common side effects thing.
You need to get that. Yeah, you need to get that purple going. Get that Prince. Purple rain. Purple rain. That's it. Purple rain. Purple rain.
Here. Click on this a little bit.
Purple rain. Purple rain. But yeah,
go wash my hair.
Oh, Film H said, damn, 9 the mood setter. Yards.
Yeah.
9 the mood setter. Yards.
I don't set the mood. I just
for those who are just listening. Well, ain't nobody just listening. Anyway, for those who are just listening, 9 got the purple palace going on back there. It's the one-eyed, one-horn, blind purple people eater in there. So
purple eater is fucked up, bro.
It's not. Look, I don't make up these things. White people made it up. I'm just out here reciting. So where are we, Marshall?
We are right here.
No. Before this. Yeah. So we do have Marshall in the ice cream truck pulling up.
He's falling asleep.
Yeah, and he starts falling asleep. And another event from the past episodes that foreshadowed this was he turned on the ice cream truck audio early in the season. And he was like, oh, we can't do that. We can't play that, Socrates. Kids will be all sad. But then as he's falling asleep, we get our first confirmation that these little guys can interact with our world. Because
does he?
He jumps on the knob of the radio knob and turns it up. He doesn't turn up the radio. He doesn't turn on Marshall woke up because of the sound. And he's telling him, hey, look,
that's an interesting detail there.
He turned up the music to keep Marshall from falling asleep and wrecking at the wheel.
So now I'm going to counter that and say that it was actually Marshall turning up the wheel, but he was doing their bidding.
Marshall was asleep. He couldn't have. He had both hands on the wheel.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he had both hands on the wheel, and he had both hands on the wheel, and as he dozed off, it came back on. It came on. It never was on because he cut it off. in episode what 3 or 4 when he gets the ice cream truck, he cut it off.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
And then when he looks down,
That is
the
kinda
guy,
crazy.
our little buddy, he's running on the knob of
This is
the.
how it sounds like right here. It does
See,
suddenly
as he
cut
goes to turn,
through.
and we already showed it earlier, but as he goes to turn off the ice cream truck sound music, he ends up seeing him there. Like, oh,
Okay.
you're already there.
All
Like,
right.
shit,
Yeah.
you're already there, turning it up louder. And if we could, like, you can do it later, but it actually, the volume does get louder and louder as he keeps running on.
You're gonna have to just like bring it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We can bring it up in a little bit, but yeah, what you think about that right there is the first time we get that interaction. Like and then it kind of cuts out and starts doing its own thing after that. But yeah, what do you think about this? Is the first time we get an interaction with the reality realm and these little dudes, man. So to answer the question earlier, if one of these little splooges came up over the fucking top of this couch right now, off on the other side right now, and just came up over there with dipping his big ass head and his little eyes over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga.
Let me
I'm
ask
gonna lose my motherfucking mind, nigga.
Do you feel as if they should have like concluded or gave us something more than what we're speculating on about the I don't know what they call it, the splooge monsters? What did Philmate say earlier?
It's been a lot of different things. It's been a few different things. But
the Sploochernauts.
The Sploochernauts, yes. I feel like that is what makes
those damn whites.
I think that is what makes television especially good. You don't have an especially good television show unless people have questions. Let's just take one of the most basic television shows, right? But one of the most popular television shows of all time, which is Friends, right? Friends, and let's just take the first Friends, Living Single, right?
Oh, I love the episode. The one with the Sploochernauts.
Well, no, they have
streaming name.
they have this thing though where it's the will they won't they type thing, right? Like these romantic storylines that keep you coming back week to week, right? Even though may not happen every week, but it's like, hey, you know what? Now I gotta watch again. That's what creates good television is the question, the ability to debate. Like, you really think that they like each other? No, they don't like each other. No, I think they do. Look, the reason they said it was because of this, because of that. We not only have a will they or won't they with this, but you have what is this? What are they? Where are we going? Why? That is what makes good TV. When Lost was on, for instance, the less people knew, the better they felt the series was. The more people found out, the less people loved the show, right? Like that's a series finale that a lot of people hated, right? So as popular as it was, it let people down because the questions were just but to me, the questions were being asked or created without really any thought to what the answers would be. They were just being created so that more people would have more questions, so that you could just be like, oh, what's going to happen next? Like, instead of actually having a place to go with it, this show uniquely has questions that obviously are planned on being answered. They just are gonna take their time getting you there, not rushing the story, just getting out the story, not worrying about nothing else. It doesn't seem like a show that was worried about deadlines, being that we already know the history of how this shit got made. This doesn't seem to be one of those shows that is just worried about the ratings. They gotta get the ratings. It seems like a show that's going to be allowed to take its time and tell the story that they came here to tell. And I think a good sign of that is 10 episodes. They got 10 episodes. Their first season, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 3, not 5, but they got 10. That is not really, that doesn't really happen these days. What's Film H saying here? Twin Peaks, when Laura Palmer's murder was solved, they never recovered. Exactly. So, like, you gotta have the questions. If you're gonna answer all of your questions to a series, and you plan on having more, well, I should say it this way. If you plan on answering all of your questions to your series, don't have another season planned. Like, you have to have questions that make people debate and argue over what should or shouldn't have happened and what will or won't happen going forward. That's what makes perfect television, and they do it right here in this moment. We say, hey, Francis and Marshall finally reconnect. Marshall technically finds Francis, but Francis said she had to come and find him, which I'm like, bitch, see, you still ain't learned.
I hate her so much.
Bitch, it's always about you, bitch.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, all of this would have went so much smoother if you were not in the picture.
If you just died. No, I'm just
Hashtag kill Sabine, hashtag kill Francis.
Hashtag kill Francis. But Francis literally says to him in this moment, like, they're having this nice, sweet moment, and she says, you know, Marshall, that day I ran into you on the street might be the worst day of my life. Like, wait a minute. What, bitch? But at least I got to spend some extra time with my mom. And like you said earlier, bitch, no, you didn't. You got to, but you didn't take advantage of that. Like, you had the opportunity to do so. But no, you're still a terrible person. And you stole Rick's car. Like,
yeah.
Like, bitch, you're not a good person. Like, you're not.
Yeah, you switch up, you flip-flop so easily.
For real. And then
the only
one
thing that actually happened for you is that it didn't work out. You got fired. So you went back to Marshall.
She didn't get fired. She quit.
Well, I mean, like, Rick saved her ass.
You mean, well, yeah, because she was going to try to go back to Marshall had Rick not caught her on the street. You're right. You're right about that. She was on the verge of jumping ship and then jump back on the ship again. God damn. See, as soon as I try to get his bitch a hold on, I'm gonna do it in my Don DC Curry voice. Soon as I try to get his bitch credit, this bitch want to go ahead and make a nigga fuck up and say something else. See, this bitch ain't shit. And I can tell you how I know she ain't shit. The bitch said, I had to come and find you. Bitch, I told you where to go. And I showed you through a portal to remind your dumb ass where I was going to be. But you come up here talking about some goddamn I don't even like the yin yang twins like that. Talking about some yeah. Bitch.
Yeah, I really didn't like fuck with how Marshall was like, yeah, I almost died about 6 or 7 times. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Francis
right
did
that.
not help you with any of those times.
Nope.
You
She
tried to
actually
say
left him
Francis.
hanging. She actually left him hanging one at a time. So yeah, she could have definitely tried to help him get him out of prison. Don't remember her doing any of that. She just kind of went up there and was like, hey, Marshall, how you doing in prison? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's crazy. So what would be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if we just like sold the mushroom? Wouldn't it be crazy if we just did it? Oh, I'm just joking. See you later, Marshall. Didn't even go back to see the nigga. You know, what's his name? Wong called her, told him he was dead. Did she go down there? Did she rush down to Rikers to go say, hey, let me go see the body. Let me identify the body.
I mean, she didn't know he left.
No, he hadn't left yet. And besides
No,
that,
she said like Marshall left out the cell, and I don't know if he's coming back. That's all he said to her.
That means he dead.
That might mean
he dead. He dead. That is code word for this motherfucker dead. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, even if he wasn't dead, that should beg you to, like, that's a cry for help, right? Like, Wong was told to call you if something terrible happened. Something terrible has happened. He's probably not coming back. That means you should go up there and try to figure out what's going on. Call up there at least and say, hey, I'm trying to call and find out about a friend of mine who is incarcerated there, blah, blah, blah. None of that happened. I'm just more focused on the fact that this lady has done nothing to display that she is of any use or helpful of any kind or protects him in any kind of way. But he is right. He is almost died like 6 or 7 times. He does need some help. Goddamn, this nigga needs some help. Filmage says, I really hate her. I don't know if I will ever see her redeemed, even by the show's standards. Yeah, man. I think they might have made her. I don't know. Maybe do we just hate women? Come on, women. Let us know in the chat. I don't want to be the nigga who just hates bitches. Like, like that's how I come off on the internet because
that's all going to change. We're about to be covering The Last of Us season 2.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I actually gotta watch that.
Female characters ever.
I gotta watch that again because we're gonna be talking about it right here on the Drunk Bantha's channel and Nerds at Night channel on the Drunk Bantha's podcast Monday nights 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. I think, what is it, next week? Does it come out next week? Last of Us? I don't know. Whenever it comes out, guys, we'll be covering it right here. But yeah, I think this is when we start our little montage in here. Is this when?
Yeah, our montage. Our montage.
Montagio. Or Montagia.
Our montage is very much starting here. Let me see here.
Yeah, this is the beginning, I think, because this is when the FBI is still looking and Amelia Mushroom is here with her son.
This is what I would call the blooming state of the mushroom or whatever is going on. Because literally everybody that is shown here is a representation of how this shit's about to spark off here. And I think with this FBI guy right here, he's going to pocket that shit. He's going to pick it up. He's going to be like, what is this thing? I'm going to sell it on the side. We get Jonas. He is literally in a coma, but he looks, for the most part, healthier. We get the appearance of a mushroom here. That is strictly for the audience. Nobody that is viewing him should be seeing these little sploostronauts.
I am very upset that we're going to use sploostronauts, especially while we're talking about this nigga coming out this motherfucking mouth right now. Because you're basically telling me this nigga got sploosh coming out of his mouth. He's a spitter, not a swallower. Filmate says, I think there's a divide amongst the spunk or not Jonas versus Marshall. So wait a minute. Filmate's got these niggas having a hierarchy now. He said that they got a divide. Is politics amongst the sploostronauts? Spunkernauts. Spunkernauts. See, look, he keep changing it. See, that's what I'm trying to say, man. He keep changing it. It's hard for me to keep up. I think that's the way they like it, though. I think part of the appeal of this show is listening to me mispronounce words and say curse words in a country accent. I'm talking about the Bantha Bunch, not talking about the Bantha Bunch show, not talking about common side effects. But you're absolutely right. He is automatically doing way better. Look at his hair. That was one of the things I was talking about earlier, is a signifier of how bad he was doing.
His hair up. Yeah.
But also his eyes aren't as droopy. And he seems like he might be a little happy. Now, can you go back and play this again? Because I don't remember this part right here. I just watched it, but I was setting up this podcast at the same time. So maybe I just missed it. Okay. So,
Yeah, so I think it does symbolize a little bit. These dudes are being born out of people that are taking the mushrooms. Because why would it have that cut?
Well, the mom had a cut like that where dude came over the banister of her window or whatever. Francis's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Jonas has had the most unique transformation. I mean, portal visit than we've seen anyone. Like you just showed, he's still having a crazy trip.
Screaming,
being birthed through his own fucking throat. Like, that shit is crazy, son. And like I said, we haven't seen anybody else going through that. So maybe it's a rebuilding, a rebirthing of this character. Like, I am going to go ahead and go out on a limb and make a theory really quickly. I think that Jonas the Wolf is going to come back a good, changed person.
Mm.
I think he's
I co-sign on that. I am your codependent on that one because I swear that is the only way that he can come back, right? Or at least a little bit on the side of the mushrooms, just knowing what it did for him.
he'll have to be on the
If
side of
he
mushrooms,
does
right?
wake up, yeah. Him waking up
If he
is
comes back
very
evil, let's just say if he comes back good, right? If he comes back good, I'm gonna let you think about what could happen if it comes back good, and I'll let you speak on that. But I'm gonna say what I think will happen if he comes back still as an evil man. He'll still come back changed, right? And I think that that change will be more like a Ra's al Ghul type change, where like I want to live forever now. Like before, I was like, what does it matter? I'll just get fucked up, drink, smoke. That who gives a fuck? I'm rich. I'm fucking mad bitches. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then, like now, when faced with death and the pain of death, that's all he sought out was life. And maybe now, since you got a taste of it, right? You got a taste of that shit. Now I gotta keep going, right? I can't just sit here and motherfucking.
What if because of all the mushrooms that he took, he's like kind of like the intermediary between that world and this world, you know? Like he's kind of their emissary. Like they were looking at him weird as fuck because he's like, oh, he's one of us now.
Maybe, I mean, yeah, it still speaks to the rebirth. Like all of what you said still speaks to the rebirth element, right? Like the killing, it's not just the being reborn, it's the killing off the ego of your previous self. You know what I mean? Like what he was experiencing, what Jonas was experiencing has to have been some type of like, it seems like what people describe when they're doing ayahuasca or have one of those spiritual like trippy events. It's like, well, I feel like I saw God and like God told me that you're nothing and I love you, and then he touched me on my head and then I melted and I peed on myself. But I really, when I woke up, I really had peed on myself.
That's how I know it's real.
Yeah, that's how I know it's real. My butt was a little wet, so I went to the bathroom and I had shit my pants. But it was a
that's
great
how I know
night.
it's real.
It was good.
Dude, that's sexy. Why did Hillmate say that? Hillmate said that's sexy. That's crazy, Hillmate.
Oh man, did he say it recently? No, he was talking about that.
I was trolling.
I was like, let me look at the comments. He's saying sexy right now. Motherfucker is wild. That motherfucker is crazy. Oh man, but yeah,
the montage continues. We still have a little bit on this montage. Montage continues. It's Rusty's funeral.
Yeah, which is interesting, right? There's clearly mushrooms on the
Have y'all heard WW3 by Kanye West? No. Is it out yet? Because
KK
would
Kanye
definitely be willing to have a fucking watch party of that shit. Because
how do we get on watch party, by the way?
On watch party? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, because I want to be on watch party.
Shit,
no, they use it for basketball games, baseball games. I'm like, well, the one thing I haven't heard anybody using watch party for is what we do, which is what we should be doing on watch party. Anybody get on watch party? Tell me right now. I want to be on watch party. because YouTube will not let you do that. YouTube will not let you sit here and watch something.
Bro, I don't even want to throw up the album art because it is so fucking weird. Like,
well,
actually,
I'm
gonna throw it up.
I'm not even talking about it, man. Fuck KKK Kanye.
Oh,
Nobody worried about.
So KKK Kanye too.
Like, don't be worried about him. We don't talk about other retarded people. Why do we talk about this dude? Like, leave him alone.
Sometimes, though.
No, I mean real mental ill people. Like, leave this nigga. Let's not talk about Kanye. He's actually kind of fucking crazy. Books, Girls, and Purrs says, is Watch Party similar to Discord? Honestly,
are you on Discord? Are you on the 900 Yards Discord?
Girls and Purrs, are you? He's not talking to me. We're talking to you. If you're not on the Discord, go over to the 9 Nerd Yards Discord. Hang out with us. Drunk Bantha is over there. Anybody you see in the chat right now is basically over there. Shout out to John Kill. Shout out to John Kill in the chat. He says,
I need to see Marshall throw ass in season 2. I don't know what you mean by that. Or do you mean like
he wants to see them cheeks get popped? What are you talking about? Everybody know what you talking about. You don't see them cheeks.
Books, Yours, and Purrs says, no, I'm not. I'll look it up. Please look it up. I feel like you would be a great asset into the 9 Nerd Yards Discord. But let's get back to this right here.
And even if you're not
what could he
contributing, you're gonna love
possibly
it.
mean by this? What could
I
he
need
possibly
to see
mean?
Marshall throw ass in season 2.
Yeah.
Well, look, there's 2 things that he could mean right off the bat, right? The first thing is he wants to see him pick up booty cheeks and throw them at people. That's just one. I don't know.
Yeah, that is the first.
It's a long shot.
Yeah.
Long shot.
Yeah.
Long shot.
That's a long
The other
throw.
one is that he wants to see him throw it back. Bake.
Yeah.
He don't want to see him throw it back. He wants to see him throw it bake. Okay.
The
Reach it up.
other one
bake.
is that I think he wants to see Francis and Marshall get down. Like he wants to see Marshall just like throwing that ass around a little bit, you know. Boots and pets and boots and pets and boots and pets.
Is that, I don't know. John Kill, inform us, baby boy. I also I hope you don't have any hard feelings, and I hope you thought all the shit that we just said was funny, because we like to take what y'all say and twist it up into the funny. But no, I'm dead ass. I need to know what you're talking about. Actually, it's okay if you don't tell me, because it's still hilarious. You got me tickled pink over here. By the way, if you're tickling your child until his little tummy gets pink, just know that that too is a child abusing maneuver. That is also a form of child abuse. You know what I like about that clip? Right now, I'm gonna tell you right now. What I like about that clip is no one has ever flagged us for that clip. But let me play the technical difficulties clip too goddamn long. Let me fucking play the fucking X-Files music. Goddamn, hit us upside the head. It's ridiculous, man. Y'all gotta do better, YouTube. There should be a way to grandfather yourself into not getting caught with the same copyright over and over and over. But I digress. We got our man, continuing the montage. We got our man, Capono. I'm pretty positive it's Capono. Capono is out of the bed. Those mushrooms don't take long to work, as we know. And he got a good whole dose of one good sizer. So he's out of the bed, not only out of the bed from gunshot wounds, but he is doing push-ups. He getting ready to, he like, holy shit, I feel great. Motherfucker probably had a bad shoulder and shit. Now he can do push-ups and shit. Like, I feel amazing.
Feeling like a kid again.
Feel like a kid again, man. Kid with a mustache, you know. But I
I knew a dude like 12 years old.
I did.
He got a crazy ass beard and mustache. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think I talked about it last week with somebody that I used to know a guy when I was in 6th grade. The motherfucker had a mustache. And he was like 6 feet tall. Everybody thought this nigga was grown, nigga. we thought he was for real an adult. 100%. But yeah, what's this? John Kill says finale was great though. Can't wait to see where Capano's character goes in season 2. So glad that you're saying that, brother. Because yeah, I was gonna ask you, 9, where do you think Capano's character is gonna go in season 2? Because for me, I was like, Harrington, as we're gonna see later, she dips. I don't know why she didn't stay around at least to see what ended up happening with him. Maybe she feels like she'll be implicated.
That was her Hail Mary.
Well, I think also though she had this one little pause before she left. When she walked out the door, she kind of had this little pause when his heart rate started going up and they called a cold blue. Then she took off. I'm thinking maybe she doesn't want to be implicated in him possibly have taken a mushroom, or
think it was like
it's like one of those situations.
Either he was going to die or have a low quality of life, or this mushroom was going to work, and she did not want to stick around for. If there's one person that each of these characters love, Capana and Harrington love each other, and they are the best of friends, and I love it.
Yeah, they are. I think it was a little bit of that, but I think she was leaving because she mentioned how illegal it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if he comes back to life, everybody knowing this nigga was dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had at least 6 to 8 weeks of recovery, 3 months of rehab, 3 to 6 months of rehab after he gets discharged type situation. Now this nigga up doing push-ups. Like, hold on, he ain't even keloid. Niggas be keloid. Niggas be keloid. Yeah, that's right. Niggas do be keloid. He ain't got no keloid. They be sitting there eating in the lunchroom. Then the police officer come up. Now, I heard they said that the nigga didn't keloid. So, he's supposed to be in that hospital bed for another 3-6 weeks. I'm glad to ask you now. What the hell happened around here? Now, you don't have to ask them what the hell happened around here. Because they in North Carolina. Can't remember. There ain't no way they not in North Carolina. He ain't getting no helicopter to New York City.
Brings us to actually in this montage, one of the Sparkle going IPO that happened quick. There's going to definitely be a time skip.
Yeah, it happened a lot, like a hell of a lot of quick. Because it ain't nothing but a season. Shit. But clearly this season, somebody done got a taste of it, because all it took was a little taste for Rick and be like, oh, Mr. Sparkle. I don't know if anybody knows Mr. Sparkle from the Simpsons. Shout out to that.
That takes a couple of years.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe everybody tried it. Like, niggas just like, no, it's going public right now.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a time jump, like you said. I don't think it's gonna be what is a couple of years, what is a normal situation. I think we're gonna have like a year, maybe not. this nigga spraying shit. So and look, this is so it's basically gonna be a spray like truffle spray.
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
it's
think
like
Capano.
you
Hold on,
spray
but
it
before you go, I do think, because I want to answer your question. I think Capano is going to be seeking out Marshall. He's going to be seeking out Harrington, because I think that Harrington, for whatever stupid reason, is looking for Marshall to blame him or take him to jail for what has happened to Capano. But as far as the going public thing with Rick, I mean, it is JP Morgan that was involved. He was having a meeting with JP Morgan when or not. He was having a JP Morgan meeting when he was calling Frances to get her to come back. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Rick was able to push that through hella quick.
Yeah.
Because of the projections that they showed, the monthly earnings that they showed. It's like, well, we need to be making this now type situation.
Yeah. It's
And
like if the pink sauce lady all of a sudden had an IPO. And you know that's not how that shit works at all.
100%.
Like that, you have to have some
100%.
backing or whatever. Like it must have been.
It's like with one of those.
We're going to have a time skip.
It's like with one of those like shakes that, or that powder that that Alex Jones sells. It's like if one of those just went public, like boom,
Like,
just boom.
Like, what? We're publicly investing into this shit? That is crazy.
Oh,
absolutely shit. Insane. So
yeah, so I don't know. Is Cheese Whiz publicly traded? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I don't know how that works. All of a sudden, food is publicly traded. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, exactly what you said. Food, like a food product being publicly traded is insanity, actually.
Yeah.
Just the one thing. No. Like maybe you would have Tyson publicly traded. And I don't even think that's publicly traded.
Like Flexisil? Flexisil ain't even publicly
no,
I'm just Sham Wow isn't publicly traded.
Yeah, it's like those types of things where it's like, how the fuck did you guys go from conception to IPO unless a major part of time has passed? Which brings us to our next section of the montage.
Yes.
We have they are
Peruvians coming through for our favorite brother's favorite brother, stepbrother,
half brothers. Hey, half brothers. Hey,
half brothers are still brothers because half brothers are cool, or something like that. But man, he came through. He's like being a good brother. He's doing something for someone else.
Maybe.
Out of the kindness of his heart.
Maybe. Like, we don't see him linking up with Marshall.
No, this is for Marshall. This is for Marshall for sure. He doesn't know how to get with Marshall yet, but Marshall's going to make that connection, you know. Francis is going to be able to get to Marshall's finances to help him be able to move some money. And yeah, he's going to be able to get Zane to help him out. Yeah. Zane was he was in my top 5, he was in my top 3, top 5 characters in this show for sure.
This is what makes this a good season finale. The webs of interaction are still intact. Like, for me, like when we were talking about Severance, right?
Yes.
For me, I still believe there is no way that Devin would be like, let's call Miss Cobell.
I'm here with
You
it
know what I'm
because Devin was super fucked up and freaked out about her pretending to be a wet nurse for
she should be the one person that's like never call Miss Cobell again. She made me think that my baby was stolen for a little bit.
Exactly.
She hid my baby.
She hid my baby
for her own getaway. So, like, why would Devin be the character? And a lot of those characters should have been like, no, let's not talk to Miss Cobell. It worked out with them at the end. But this right here is like every single web. There is a reason why other characters would want to link up with other characters. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, and they all have their own motivations from this montage.
To your point, we don't know what Cobell her intentions are or what her goals are.
Yeah,
so you could be right about the fact that she Devin was wrong for contacting her. You know,
we have no idea what Miss Cobell wants,
and we don't know what consequences are coming from this montage here, like, or from this final episode when we're learning all of this.
This is the biggest one right here.
Excuse me, sorry.
With Hildy.
This is the biggest one.
This is the biggest one.
Straight to a water tower.
That tincture is strong enough to where if you stick your hands into it for a little bit, like just trying to grab something, then you are intensely high from this shit.
Dude, the longest
that water tower is so fucked.
We've seen the longest trips that Marshall has had were from the one where he had been brought back to life in this episode, and the one in the previous episode which you're talking about where he dumped his arms inside of the vat of mushroom juice, which was just so dumb. Like,
it was like a second for him. No. Like in the real world, it was a second, but like in the astral plane, like he experienced the whole trip. So you know that shit is strong as fuck.
Strong as fuck.
And in also, this water tower, the whole jug is going to definitely, and it's a new city. It's a new city. Hildy is an eco-terrorist for sure.
Yeah. She, dude, I need more understanding here with her character. Didn't get a lot with her character and a lot of time with her character, and it's not that I don't understand where she's coming from. It's just like, why is she, if she's so evil, why was Marshall even friends with her? Why was he connected to her in any way, shape, or form? And like,
how did they learn from each other? Yeah.
Where did this come from? Like, this anger that she just has is just like
the way that we don't get so much. We only get glimpses. And if you are only looking close, like you called out in the last episode, like his real brother passed away. And then he had this half brother. You know, we don't really get much of that. But Filmate says that water tower shot was a pause moment. I can't believe they're going that big. Yeah, like the thing is about everything that's going on with Marshall and France, fuck France, is that I was like literally thinking to myself, like, this thing is way bigger than you guys know.
Like, yes. because like you said, it's trading on public public stock market.
On my first thing, I was like, there are so many people in this North Carolina town or whatever that have already experienced the effects, and the fact that like that should have proliferated so quickly in this age of information, right?
Right.
Like, there's no way that like someone was just fucking healed. And
Well, I think we heard it on the radio at some point. So, like, there was people talking about it. Yeah, there was people talking about it.
Just from that one guy. That one guy was.
It's about to be popping, but then they get blown up. So then it's kind of like, well, you know, that's
all of the people are like, so many people escaped.
Definitely, no. I'm not saying that there won't be people there to continue the legacy of it. I'm just saying that the spot was burnt. But what if, this is my whole thing, okay? What if we know that the people in the town have been having health issues because of the water, and because of the pollution in the groundwater. Well, what if this cleans the water? Like, I know that it brings people back to life, but it also brought a bird back to life. So what if this does like have the same effect on water as it has had on people and other
Season
animals?
Season 2?
Yeah, season 2.
Open on that bird. It's gonna open on that bird, being like, I don't fuck, god damn it.
It's gonna open up on that bird, fucking getting ridden by one of the fucking splooge motherfuckers.
Yeah.
One of them splooge motherfuckers just flying on his ass, like, hey.
Like that. But yeah, this is one of the most fucked up moments. Hildy is a
great shot, by the way. That shot,
an amazing shot right there,
was fucking awesome. This is from some of y'all's manga shit right here.
It feels very anime right here. Yeah.
This is like, especially where her hair starts blowing. Like, yeah, they nailed that shit.
I need to look up this song too.
Fuck this song. This is the worst needle drop.
So this is One Day. You don't like this song?
Not that I don't like the song, seriously though, but it is the worst drop in this series. This series has had some dope needle drops, and also the score for it has just been amazing.
I actually really like the fact that this song came on, and I was like, it's Caribbean Blue. I was like, oh yeah, I need to download. I'm gonna check this one out.
Yeah, we got Linda showing up on the yard right there, and I just don't understand. Well, I mean, like I said, we've beat that one to death. I mean, she must have gotten arrested. But it took me a second to remember who she even was. Like, I just feel like she wasn't built up enough for me to care about her going to jail. But clearly, it's going to be a big part of what's going forward the next season. Because why show it if it wasn't? But
exactly.
Curious as to what that could be. Maybe they let her out so she can be an informant. You know, like, I wouldn't snitch on you, Hildy. So what do you say we team back up? Type shit, and then she'll be delivering information to the federal government. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Well, what was the next
the one
part, the next scene from this one? Oh yeah. So this is what I'm glad we got to it. Why is she so mad at Marshall?
Clearly, I don't think she's mad.
She's very mad right there.
I think she is literally kind of like, was it? I think this shot showing the fact that she is like lesser than, she is the underdog trying to steer this thing in the right direction. That's what I'm seeing from this shot right here.
Well, to your point, is she getting frustrated with the process and then kind of like being over it? Is this more of that vibe?
Yeah, frustrated.
A revenge vibe?
That is exact word that I would use right there. Frustrated with the fact that like a lot of this would have been taken care of if they would have listened to her. And now she's still in those ranks, trying to steer the ship in the right way, but not being listened to.
Okay, yeah, that because if we continue through this Montezio,
yeah,
she
and
ends up
also
on that
like,
bike.
what are they even?
Hey, can you kill the music? Because this one,
sorry, yeah.
That's just
So like, yeah. Also, what are they trying to do? Because again, they have this new product, IPO approved. I feel like this montage is being told out of order a bit. Just because, like, how are they still trying to get Marshall for this shit when they captured the other chick?
Well,
they
so
captured.
like just because things are illegal doesn't mean that companies don't have the ability to make it and use it to further their businesses. Like there's certain things that are used to make cocaine that are still available in other products, or at least they were in Red Bull, like one of the main ingredients for Adderall and cocaine. It was in Red Bull, at least when it first came out. That's legal, but it shouldn't be legal because you can't just go to the CVS and pick up a bottle of Adderall in next to the Advil.
Right, yeah.
So I guess that is the issue, and like Rick said before, like we can do anything when it comes to food because nobody gives a shit. So
right, yeah. Filmmate said the veil is being lifted and she's processing how corrupt everything is. I kind of feel that way too, but at the same way, she should have known. She should have like kind of already known. I feel like the veil was lifted. Like if this is taking place after Cupano was already like doing push-ups, then she should have known about that. And when it's in the water supply, when it's on IPO, when they already have an informant from the the failed operation, in custody in prison, then like why are they spending so much time on just Marshall unless they're just trying to get a guy, just one guy,
Well, it's because, in my opinion, if he is going, if they're going to make the mushrooms to the as illegal as Harrington was saying that they are or have, then that means that you got to get the guy who's capable of growing them at a mass level. Got to go get him and put him underneath the jail somewhere. Not that he's done anything illegal, but he just has too much power being outside.
They said Marshall's still a loose end. I think they are trying to get rid of everybody with knowledge of the shrooms. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the other thing. Jonas being part of the thing. He was there. He got picked up from the site. He was the one spearheading this campaign to get Marshall off of the streets. So this must imply that it is now completely in the DEA's hands.
Yeah. because they've already made it illegal, so
Yeah.
it's a drug, so it will fall under
So
which
you think
means
that
though that like I said, it's crazy because that doesn't mean they still can't make it a medicine, right? Like so crazy, but that's the world we actually live in, man.
right. Yeah.
That is the craziest part and the most beautiful part of how they told this story. And no, I'm not out here shilling for you people who are just watching for the first time or just joining us. I'm no shill. Okay. I know Punk Beach. I fucking ride or I fucking die. I ride and die. I know Punk Beach. That's first accent that I don't know what I was doing. What was that? Who?
All right.
What accent was that? That was.
So
words.
wait, do you think that like then Jonas is going to wake up and try to call his hunt? So I feel like Jonas is, if he does wake up, he's going to want to get his hands on this thing.
Yeah, he is.
And is he going to fuel the DEA of like persecution to get like his supply just for him? Or is he going to fuel it to be like, oh,
I said, I think he's going to be trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
But there is also the great possibility that he'll be trying, he'll be Ra's al Ghul, basically.
Yeah.
Which, I think it's 50-50 because either or sounds like a really good way to go with the show, like with his character on the show. Like arc wise, let's give this character, like we've basically killed the character. Let's bring him back as something new, something different than what we've seen or grown accustomed to in the first season. Which I think is going to be with all the characters to a degree. I think you saw a lot of Rick being kind of like lackadaisical and kind of out of it most of the time, not really present. But that's before he was the boss. Like he was Francis's boss, but he wasn't the boss. Now he's the boss. So I think you'll see a different way of a different performance from him. I think we don't know anything about Marshall really. We think he's a good person, but like he said to the real estate lady, why would you think that about me? You just met me. You don't even know me. Like, and why would you say that when somebody says you seem like a good person? Like, is it the type of comedy they just use for this show? Or is it foreshadowing the fact that he's not a great person? He's not like a bad person, but he's not like a good person. Who knows? Doesn't seem like that. But we don't know anything about Marshall, so I expect to learn more about him, which is one way or the other, it's going to make you see him a little different than you do now. And Francis, I think they're going to do something on the show to make us care about her in a way that we don't see ourselves being able to at this moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I feel like even if it doesn't work, I do see them attempting that.
They used up a lot of her emotional currency with her mom, and the fact that they made it so she got mad that it didn't work right away to Marshall. Like that, like soured things for me. I'm like, okay. She shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, no.
That. I really don't think she shouldn't have gotten mad about that, but
she shouldn't have. I mean, I knew something was wrong with her. I knew that she was unredeemable. Let me put it that way. I knew she was unredeemable when she saw that little boy had drawn on her wall, and she wasn't whooping his ass or whooping Amelia's ass. See, I'd have whooped her. I'd have whooped Million Mushroom ass, and I'd have whooped that little boy ass. Y'all up in my house, god damn it. And I don't remember sending nobody no key. I don't remember asking, hey, can you come over? I don't remember you asking if you could come over. No, hell no. I've been whooping ass. What that nigga Kendrick say? Nigga, I'm whooping feet.
Yeah. Hide the Bible of God's watching.
As I'm trying to tell you. What's it saying, right?
Filmate says, what if everyone is redeemed by the end of the series and the shrooms are here for the unification of mankind? I am still loosely hanging on to my this was sent down by aliens trope. Like, you know, like in Peru, toxic slime shit. Like, I don't know.
Oh man, he said NASCAR lines, goddamn.
Yeah, hit the button.
I know I can't get to it. Oh man, you got the NASCAR
I'm
lines.
still holding on. Like it is literally
man.
like the aliens thing is kind of still making sense to me. Like
It's not off the board.
It's not off the board. It's just way over there.
Just a big board. It's a big board.
Yeah. But yeah, I say all of that to say maybe if we do everything right, we can heal the world. I'm just trying to figure out how do they fit in when it's become so big.
Well, I think that's the point, right? It speaks to their naivete. They're so naive, and also it speaks to how we see it, right? Like we as the people can always seem to like feel like we have the answers, right? Like we just need to make everything free. We just need to do this. We just need to do that. Everybody feels like there's one answer and it's very easy. We just need to make one solution and it's over with. But if anything about the last, 70 days has taught you that it's not that easy. A lot of people feel that way. They can just do something and everything will change and it'll be better. But that's just not how it is.
Good point. Yeah.
Sometimes you can overdo things. It takes time. You have to correct. You really have to take into account that there's an entire world built off of this system. And it didn't get built in one day. Therefore, it won't be torn down or restructured in one day.
What's up? Books, Gers, and Purrs. Or maybe it's time for humanity's reign to end and Mother Nature's chance to take over. Is Bookskers and Purrs poison ivy? Listen, I have a strong theory that she is poison ivy. Hold on, do we have any voicemails?
We didn't when we started the show, and we don't. We do not.
We don't have any. Okay. Well,
we didn't receive any more.
Still am on the fact that like Skirts and Purrs is 1, well read as fuck. 2, possibly an eco-terrorist. 3, I dubbed her as Poison Ivy. And 4, I am tipsy right now.
5.
This is the series finale of the
6
common
7,
side effects.
8 9 10. It's like Sesame Street in this motherfucker.
All I'm saying is that maybe she's an alien, maybe she's Poison Ivy, who knows.
I think that humanity should be here as a member. I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna say we should be here. I'm going I've grown quite fond of living. But I do think that, like I said, this scene right here, there has to be balance, right? We have to like have the ability to say, hey, this shit is fucked up and it needs to change, without also having the delusion of this shit'll change if we just do this one thing. Like, we can change the whole world if we just do this. Like, you could, but it also might change it for the worse. And also thinking that your individual self is bigger than the entire thing.
Okay,
can leave you.
I
can
feel
leave
like you're
you behind.
speaking of a specific example. Do you want to like voice that specific?
I'm not
example,
speaking
or
of
do
any
you
specific.
not?
I'm not speaking of
Okay.
any specific example, except for
Okay.
just life in general. It's like what happens. Like, you know,
Yeah.
every generation goes through it. Like the peace and love in movement. Like, where do you think all those motherfuckers are? They want all kinds of shit. Guess where they at right now? They your grandparents, and guess what they are? Voting for Trump.
Yeah.
They would have never voted for Trump in their 20s. They would have
Well,
never voted
the
for Trump.
thing when I said specific examples, like
if you have an example, you should go.
I was thinking
Okay,
about
so the tariffs. Okay, so look, I wasn't even going down that road. Yeah.
It's like for some reason everyone thought like tariffing every single fucking country was a good idea. That was like the smart thing, and that's clearly not a good idea.
This is what happens when you use Chat GPT to fucking look up your goddamn to do your work for you, boy.
It's
Use Chat GPT. Apparently, if you type in how to make easy tariffs on every country in the world, that's what comes up. I've heard from the plan that we actually got. They said that if you put in a certain sequence in to Chat GPT, you get the same policy that was laid out a couple days ago. Like, you'll get the same one if all you gotta do is just put it in Chat GPT. Like, what's the easiest way to implement tariffs on every country in the world? Like, easiest way, I think, is the key term.
Okay, can you imagine if like we had YouTube competitors? I mean, we don't have YouTube competitors because this is number one show on late night YouTube.
That's right.
Period. But if we did have competitors, can you imagine if we accidentally added one of like just someone, just like someone that was just going to expose.
If I just accidentally added SD signifier to
yeah, SD signifier just needed a new video, and he's like been trying to clamp down on one, and we just like added him to our video planning thing. like what the fuck are you talking about? Like
if I said FD signifier or does it hold up schedule on accident?
Yeah.
He's just like, what the fuck is this?
And
what is this?
And then we blame FD signifier for like saying like they did this. Like, why the fuck would you even tell the public this?
Fucking Phil Page says, wow, our government is run by AI. Idiocracy 2 is gonna be interesting.
Is that real?
No, I just told you that the chat GPT thing, yes, that's real. That's been investigated by journalists and confirmed by a couple other journalists that have actually put it into their shit. Now, I have not tried it.
Oh my god.
Hey,
There are clear examples.
Your face
Of like
when you
literally
realize
people getting the same results.
you get the same thing.
What the fuck is going on here? Is that an AI mock-up board of
They didn't even use a good AI. They just used the one that come on your cell phone. The bitch come with an iPhone. That's the one you
throw on the sunscreen because it's just like we get flagged for telling the truth. They hate us. They hate us for telling the truth.
They hate us.
That shit is crazy.
They ain't us.
But it's like one of those things. Like, do you think you really used AI to like ChatGPT to like?
You don't have to think it. Pull it up. You don't have to think it.
I just exited out of it. Okay.
You know you don't have to think it. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. They did it. They done did it. You can type it into Chat GPT yourself if you don't believe it. Just type it in on your own.
Oh, I just went to Beyonce Sensori and Kanye West split.
Oh no, Jesus Christ.
So I'm just on Reddit right now.
This motherfucker got a wild burner Twitter account, I bet.
I'm on Reddit right now.
Reddit is crazy. Is that where you found the example for the
yeah, it's ooh, new trailer for the Naked Gun.
Boo! I hate Naked Gun.
Yeah, I don't even really remember watching Naked Gun.
I hate Naked Gun. Ooh, sorry. And I like Leslie.
Do this one right here. This is pretty funny.
What's we doing here? Gers and Purrs says, I'll take the second hypothesis as a compliment. Laugh out loud. I go around town throwing fertilizer at people. It must be doo-doo. Throwing doo-doo at folks. Oh man, Philmate said the Naked Gun trailer was funny. Fuck out of here. No, I'm joking. I love how Gers and Purrs said 2.5 hours ago that she was not going to be hanging out.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
But she was going to be here. So shout out to her. She's been hanging out with us, and shout out to all the other people watching on all the other platforms this long. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. For real, for real. I think Fifth Bantha probably went to sleep because I ain't seen him in a minute. A little frothy. Like I said, she ain't been paying attention because she ain't watched the show.
Is she right there? Is she in the house right now?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, she ain't here. If she was here, she'd probably be here because she'd probably be like, look, I want to talk about that shit. That shit was crazy. But she's like, you're doing the show. I'm not coming over there. I ain't coming over there. You motherfucker, you're going to be doing the show. That's not fun for me. Unless she's on it. Oh, look at that. Fifth Bantha says, nah, I'm still here. Stuck in Shadows. Shout out to everybody playing Assassin's Creed Shadows right now.
I was going to make a video about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
You should, because let me tell you something. But there is not one place that I could go 2 weekends ago that people weren't talking about Shadows.
It is very funny to me because the video I was going to make is that everything is woke until it's not. And as soon as anything becomes a success when it's considered woke, then they just completely stop talking about it. And this was when X-Men 97, like a year ago, I came up with this video idea. X-Men 97. It was like, oh, it's woke. Fuck it. I'm not going to watch it. Go woke, go broke. And
Yeah,
I was like,
and
what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
yeah,
X-Men is one of the most woke pieces of comic book media
it's 70s
or
woke. Like
media.
it's woke from all the way back since way back.
Yeah. Like, if you can't handle this, then what are you
It's
talking
literally like one of the most beloved comics in the gay community. Like,
And then Assassin's Creed Shadows was releasing trailers. Oh, Black Samurai? No, fuck this. I'm not going to play it. Whatever. Go woke, go broke. Again. And it
again,
became a very, like, it's a big success. People are still playing the game.
yeah,
And
but they did use a female Asian lady, which is still,
well,
I
people
guess,
were mad
pretty woke.
about that because they were like, a woman,
Yeah,
a
that was
woman
that was
killing
upsetting to
men.
people. But they kind of did that last game, which I believe was Origins. But they kind of did that last game. You got to play
The
as
last
two.
game was Valhalla.
Well, the game before that, uh, Origins, they let you play with what's his name's wife, Mob. What's his name? I can't remember his name. But yeah, the Egyptian dude. And he was the first black character that they used.
Mm-hmm.
So they've had a Muslim, an Italian, a Native American, Egyptian, and a Viking. And now we're in Japan with a Japanese woman and a nigga. A nigga slave. Ex-nigga slave. Based on a real story, though, you know? The Black Samurai story. Don't know if you heard about it. You guys out there in the world probably never heard about it. Yeah. So Yasuke. Real character, real guy in real life. I don't know about the other character, the woman. Is she a real character? Maybe. But I like that part of Assassin's Creed. Like, I've played all of them except Valhalla. Yeah, no, I've played all of them except Valhalla. Good track. I didn't finish I didn't finish 3, and I never finished 1. So, and I don't have no account for like to play all of them. You know, they got the Ubisoft account shit, Ubisoft Plus. I don't got that. Fifth Bantha says Valhalla was 2 genders for some characters. The London was the one with the Fry twins. I think this may be the best one ever. Didn't think I would like playing Yasuke, but he's grown on me. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing is like people were shitting on Yasuke the first 3 days of the game being out. And I was just like this. First of all, it's not his fault. It's your fault. You've been playing the game for 3 hours, for 3 days straight, for 18 hours a day. That's not his fault. That's your fault. And you just got to get through the rest of the game. Like, so yeah, I like that you don't just have 2 characters that you're playing through gameplay with. You have 2 characters that you can play with. You can switch gameplay with. And there are certain tasks that are meant just for that character.
For some reason, I'm having a hard time finding exactly the thing, but
the Chat GPT thing.
Yeah, but this shit is still fucking funny as hell. Trump unveils 5 million gold card stock market loses 2.5 trillion.
2.5 fucking trillion dollars.
This could be yours.
Literally the single greatest loss.
In one fucking day.
Since the last time he was president, in like when COVID was the thing. And
a pandemic, a world
Soon the
pandemic.
pandemic, and he caused another one by
Not
literally enacting tariffs on
a United
literally
States pandemic.
everybody.
Not just tariffs, but if you want to get into the city basically without doing anything and skipping the line, just go ahead and pay $5 million and you can get you one of these cards right here. So when did we get salesmen in chief? When did that happen?
$5 million. For $5 million, this could be yours. That was the first of the cards. And then, you know what that card is? It's the gold card.
It's a gold card. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is the gold
Did he say
card.
me? Did he say me? Why would he?
I'm the second. I don't know.
Who's the first buyer?
Me.
Me.
I'm the second. I don't know.
Me.
I'm the first buyer.
I'm the first buyer.
Less than.
I buy all my things first.
Exciting, right?
I'm always the first to buy anything that I buy.
I'm sure everybody that wants the citizenship is going to want to pay $5 million. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it's a gold card thing, so you don't have to. It's like instead of a green card, you just get unlimited ability to get here. You don't have to take any tests. You don't have to prove anything. You don't get a background check. You just fucking hand them that bitch and you pass by. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting no bags checked. They ain't gonna be, basically it's gonna allow more corruption. It's gonna allow if I'm an international drug dealer, all I gotta do is give,
and they're gonna let it slide through. It's good credit.
Hey, if I send another 5 million, they may not even arrest me for nothing.
They're gonna let it slide through. He said he put a tariff on the island inhibited by nothing but penguins. What a fucking tool. Yeah, like he he was like, yo, everybody's getting these tariffs. Everybody. 20%.
You want some?
Minimum.
You get some too. Well, but I do want to say a happy Liberation Day to everybody out there. Or not Liberation Day. I want to say happy Liberation Day observed, since I missed it yesterday. And my question to everybody out there is, do you feel liberated? Do you feel liberated? Is all I want to know.
They should have dropped it on April Fool's Day, for real.
Phil Mage said, Kanye is Klans member. You can get a 5 mil American citizenship gold card. Video games are $90. Aliens need to get here.
Yeah.
Video games are $90 is wild. Quit buying them video games. Like, that's the thing. We gotta take responsibility for some of this stuff.
I love those video games though.
Kanye is a Klan member. Stop buying his shit. You can get a $5 million American citizenship. Stop voting for stupid motherfuckers. And then video games are $90. Definitely the easiest thing on that list. Stop buying the motherfucking video games. It's like same thing I say about DC shows and DC movies. Stop watching them motherfuckers. You hate on them every time they come out. Stop watching them.
No, I'm going to watch every single one.
I am too, but that's because it's
Harley
my job.
Quinn was fucking fire this season. I love Harley Quinn this season. And I'm excited for the Superman movie. I heard that there was a preview that came out, or an extended preview that came out. I'm not going to watch it.
When have you not been excited for their movies though? It's like I was excited for Black Adam. I was excited for Shazam. I was excited for Justice League and Batman, Superman.
We are one of the few, though.
everybody hates on all the motherfuckers, man, and they hate on them for good reason. And the reason they hate on them is because they suck. But the animated series are always good, and the animated movies are always fucking phenomenal. So shout out to, that to me is the only thing that they're really.
The last thing that I wanted to play here.
Last thing, since we don't have
random clip.
Since we don't have phone calls coming anymore.
That I guess this is a slap competition that Travis Scott attended, and I just was looking at it. I thought it was funny.
He attended, or he?
That's the clip here.
Oh man, I missed it. Play it again. I missed it. Why he taking his glasses off like he was a CSI investigator? Like he act like he was on.
It's like, wait, hold on. Did anybody else see her slap her?
He act like he was on an episode of Law and Order. He got through a crime scene. Why they got women slapping? I mean, men slapping women and women slapping men. They not supposed to compete together.
Woman slapping woman right there.
Oh, that's a woman. That's a woman slapped that woman. That's not a nigga who slapped her. Is that what you're telling me?
You can't tell?
I cannot tell that that's a woman. On the left.
Braids.
Shit, it's bad niggas with braids, especially white folks these days. They got mad braids. I believe you. I was just saying. It looked like, and it almost looked like she punched this bitch. Am I wrong? The rotation.
The thing is that she opened her mouth. She should have not opened her mouth.
She saw how she was coming. She said, "Oh shit, this is not a good idea." And then, bang.
Damn,
she did kind of punch her.
You could see like
she hit her in the neck a little bit.
There's a little bit of dust coming off of that right there.
She hit her in the neck a little bit. Looks like, and when you hit somebody in the neck right there, you hit their artery right there in their neck, and it makes them pass out. I guarantee you that's what happened. Because she kind of looked like she kind of straightened up and damn near punched her.
I mean, it is literally like palm.
Exactly.
Like, it's not a punch, but it's like
it's a palm, and I think she got most of that palm or part of that palm in that artery that knocks you out, which is bullshit. She shouldn't get no goddamn points for that.
So much different. If you hit someone right here,
yeah,
game
it's
over.
Also it can also fuck you up if you accidentally hit somebody.
It should be right here. It should be right here, but she hit her like this.
Yeah, no. When if that could hurt her too, like
oh yeah,
hitting somebody right there, it's very blunt, but it's also delicate.
Yeah, it's like the same thing as punching someone with your fucking thumb in your. Like that shit's gonna break you a bit.
When I hit somebody, it's different though. I got this damn knot on my hand. They call it a knuckle. They call it a knot on mine, but they call everybody else's a knuckle. Shit hurt. My shit still hurts from hitting somebody like months ago. So just so y'all know, violence is not the answer. Fucking just violence is not the answer.
That's exactly what Travis Scott was saying. He's like, huh?
Travis Scott was like, God damn.
He was looking around like, hold on.
Oh, man.
CSI.
That shit was crazy. He's looking for the crime scene. Like, anybody who watched CSI Miami knows what I'm talking about. The nigga used to take his sunglasses off at every crime scene and say something catchy, and then they go to the fucking cut scene, cut to the credits. Ooh, are you? Ooh, ooh.
But yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna get going.
We got a great season 2 to look forward to. It's gonna be an amazing fucking time when we get back to it. Y'all probably should talk about the series and Severance more on this channel right here, Nerds at Night, Drunk Bantha's channel, and it'll be on Thursdays. Thinking that's what we should do. Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. Come on back over here and hang out with us. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm gonna do it differently today. My name is Bill, your favorite cousin's favorite cousin. This guy right here is 9 from 9 Nerd Yards, and we have been pleased to hang out with y'all, man. Make sure you come back, like, subscribe. We are out of here.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.